faces, the thin line that separates your shadows from my soul. As these walls begin to fold, head lost in the silence, cold stars illuminate the secrets on your tongue and the poison in my lungs. Every passage ends, a new road begins. The further I descend, your labyrinth. Blind eyes in the darkness, frail hands reaching out, sword echoes in the smoke as the doors behind me close. No cure for the madness, each turn tangled in the fear of losing sight of the slowly fading light. Your labyrinth.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the last match of this fifth week of Talent League. Today is Carlstad Kings versus Aero Revolution. My name is Sol, and here with me is Liero. Liero, who do you have winning this matchup?
Man, I have to support my boys. I've been casting them for 3 days in a row already. Obviously, I'm going with Aero on this one, and I'm gonna go with the community as well. As if we look at a community vote, they're also gonna agree with me on this one.
Yeah, it's interesting. Aero Revolution taking the 56 percentile home here has the side of the fans. But in terms of rankings, Karlstad is higher on top of the leaderboard, closer to Noetic. They're number two with 3 wins, 1 loss. Interesting enough, as Arrow has not won a match yet.
Yeah, just in case anyone is confused about the standings, in case you see the live graphic on the stream. It's just not updated. So we're gonna just walk you through it. So we have Noetic at first, Karlstad at second, Vor at third, QVG at fourth, then we have Wolves at fifth, Team Titans is sixth, Arrow seventh, Ignite is eighth, Hyperion is ninth, and at the 10th spot with no wins at all, we have No Fear Gaming with 4 games, 1 draw, and 3 losses. So all in all, we're talking about the second place team here, which are Karlstad, and they're doing pretty solid here. They played 4 games. They have 3 wins, 1 loss, with 9 points from what I can see, against the seventh place team with 4 games, 3 draws, and 1 loss. So we have basically 3 wins and 1 loss against 3 draws and 1 loss. And I think it just goes to show who's the more consistent team here. Obviously, until now, it's been Karlstad. But this can, this can easily be Arrow's game as well, as they've shown us before that they can definitely really play at the top level, and they had a really close game with Noetic yesterday, and Noetic is an amazing team in the league here. They're unbeatable, and I don't think any team at the moment is touching any getting any close to touching them. Noetic, that is. And Arrow has shown us that they are capable of getting close to that level at times. So if they're gonna be able to bring their potential here to fruition, then it's definitely I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be their match to take.
Well, good stuff. I love the takes. I'm interested to see how it all goes. Last time I saw Karlstad, they did play Noetic, and as you touched on, Noetic is just in another league of their own. So in terms of the second place team going against Arrow, I think Arrow might be more prepared today, especially going up against Noetic yesterday. However, let's talk about where we're going today for these matchups. Arrow decided to go Clubhouse, which is an interesting pick, and the Kings decided to go Cafe. So we're getting a couple of new maps here, thankfully.
Yeah, I don't think I've casted any of these maps for the past 3 days. I I want to say that I didn't. I'm not sure. Maybe I did club. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, these are maps, especially Clubhouse, are maps that I like. I feel like Cafe is also a really good map, and these are the kind of maps that usually, in my opinion, they bring out the best of any team that plays those specific maps, just because they don't rely that much on weird strats or some cheesy plays or anything like that. It's more kind of like, show us what you practiced, show us if you're good at it, show us if your communication is good, etc. Refragability, all of that stuff that are so important in FPS and in Siege specifically, you see in those maps in Cafe and Club. And if you're not good at the fundamentals, you're not going to be good on these maps, especially Clubhouse. Fundamentals is key on Clubhouse, and I'm excited to see who's going to be the better team on Club.
Yeah, in terms of Clubhouse, I would like to compare it to like an Oregon almost. You have the checklist of what you need to do on every certain bomb site in terms of that map. So, like you said, it's just more of like that checklist. You need to really be on point in terms of communication and what you like to do there. Cafe is more of like a difference kind of. It really depends on the team, and it's interesting to me that Carlstad decides to go to Cafe In terms of their last maps played, they did play Cafe and they lost 6-8. So, maybe they
Close
fixed some
scoreline.
stuff. Yeah,
Oh.
it's close score line, so maybe they fixed some things up, or, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they saw something that they could do differently. So I'm interested to see how that cafe goes for sure.
I mean, sometimes you lose a map out and you just watch it in a VOD review and you just notice so many mistakes. You see so many things that are easily quote unquote fixable. I mean, it's never easy, but that's how you feel as a team very often. And you're just like, guys, we just need to fix up this little thing and that little thing over there, and we just need to change that one strat, and we're good to go. We're gonna be way better on cafe, and that's what you try to do. If it works in scrims, they usually your goal is obviously to bring it to game day, and maybe that's what they're doing here. Maybe they improved on their cafe. They feel like they improved on their cafe, and that's why they're bringing us back here. Either way, I don't mind it. It's a great map, so I'm definitely not against it. And the difference there between club and Oregon, yes, that there's that ABC. I definitely agree with you on that. But Oregon can definitely get a little bit more cheesy with the angles that the defenders hold, with kind of the just your entry points, and in general, it's just a little bit harder to take the gunfights. On the club, it's a little bit more fair, a little bit more of an even split in terms of who has the advantage. And you just have that natural advantage that the defenders have in terms of the clock, and then some other little stuff depending on the site. So besides that, I don't feel like it's as cheesy. That's why I'm saying the fundamentals are so important here.
Right. But in terms of Siege, like fundamentals is key in terms of, every team really depend it doesn't really matter what maps you're going to. Certain maps do ask for more fundamentals than others, but in terms of both these teams, I've seen good fundamentals from Carlstad. Aero, I've yet to see. You can touch more on that if you'd like.
Yeah, just before we do that, let's just go over the player statistics for Aero here, and then
Yeah,
we
let's
can
go.
touch on every player individually maybe, and on what I think about their fundamentals from the previous games. As you know, I've casted a lot
Yeah,
of their games
3 days
recently,
in a
so
row.
I'm pretty familiar with the players at this point. Um, so let's see. So on the stats, we can see that these are stats, by the way, from all the previous games that they played. If I'm correct here, Trippin will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure these are all of their play days. Um, so these are for 4 matches, and it looks like it definitely looks like from first glance that most of the team is struggling a little bit in terms of making sure that their KD is up there. You see that there's a lot of negatives here. We have Venom's a little bit on the negative side, but he's of course your Harbish player, your SMG 11 player anchor on site. Then we have Slows, who you're usually expecting a little bit more from. But the thing with Slows is he's new to the team. He's still trying to integrate himself. He's still trying to make sure that he fits in properly and he's playing well with the team. So he's definitely a really new member, and possibly that's one of the reasons why he's recently underperforming. Then we have Tenjin, who is also on that flex frag role. I want to say you usually see him on maybe a Bana or like an IQ, and on defense he roams more often than not. So we definitely want to see better results from both of these players, from Slows and Tenjin, as I saw that they have the gun skill to give me a good reason why they're in the team, why they're capable of being on these fragger roles, and why they should be here. They just need to try and bring that potential to fruition and show us that they can do it more consistently. Because on some maps they really pop off. You will see them on double digits on one map, and then on another map it looks like they completely gonna lose their confidence. They're kind of afraid to peak, or if they're peaking, they're just losing gunfights consistently. The only one who I see consistently from the stats and from the games that we watch really pop off more consistently than the others is Leiko, as well, with not a bad entry uh, entry here with the 5 and 5. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. At least he's not negative in terms of his entries. Like Slows, for example, who has 6 to 9 entries, so that's -3 there. That's not something that you want from your Zofia main player. Slows is indeed that's primary fragger. So they definitely want to improve on all of these aspects. And in terms of how they play as a team, in my opinion, they have a lot of potential for that, um, for a very explosive, frag heavy play style. They play, honestly, watching them play against Noetic yesterday, it didn't look that different in terms of how both teams wanted to play. It just looked like Noetic does it better, right? It didn't look like they're playing their, it's like a completely different match in terms of how the teams want to play. Sometimes it just looks like that, and that wasn't the case. It was almost kind of a mirror match. Uh, the players on Aero like to peak. They like to win their gunfights, and when they do, it just looks like they're rolling the other team over. And that's why they have that comeback potential that I was talking about in the previous playdays, and that heavy clutch potential. But when they don't, it just looks like they have nothing to kind of fall back on. And to me, it says that they definitely have they're weaker on the fundamental side. So maybe they're gonna struggle on the clubhouse, because that's the map that, it kind of requires more of that than maybe a map like Cosine or a map like Consulate. So with that all being said, enough of my rambling here. Both teams are ready in the lobby, and we're ready to start. So anytime now, and it looks like the first map is gonna be Cafe with Carlstad attacking.
Here we go, finally in the cafe. From what all I've collected from that is, I feel as Aero is more of a confidence booster team. If they have the confidence in their gun skill, then they might take this match here. But, if Carlstad takes this momentum away from them early, it might spell trouble for Aero, as we're going to get into the ban phase here. I can hear Adrian screaming. Because it's a Thatcher ban.
Oh no, man. I already said on the stream yesterday, I said that I'm gonna stop talking about the Thatcher bans. I'm gonna talk only when he's not banned, about the fact that he's not banned, and that's it. I'm not gonna talk about the fact that he is banned.
Exactly.
But we do have a Capitao ban here, which that's not something that you see often anymore in Cafe.
Yeah, interesting one. Those fire bolts, smoke bolts, all gone and away for this cafe. Interesting, as I'm not sure if he plays.
Is that just to not run the Wamai, just so you don't have to run the Wamai, or
Yeah,
what else could it be? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really think it is that comfort pick of just not having to run the Wamai. Maybe they ban the Wamai here. I'm not sure. We'll see, but I don't really see Capped House. Maybe a better clubhouse map, or for clubhouse he's better, but here on Cafe I'm not 100% sure. The only place I can think of that his Axion bolts really makes a difference is that top floor pixel area. You can really
definitely.
But
that's
than
so
that,
key. That's so key for two sides.
Yeah.
There are two sides that really rely on that position a lot. And I mean, you can also use it if you're a little bit creative. You can use it for other spots. Like for example, you can definitely get rid of the cocktail area. So you just give yourself a little bit more space to push. And I feel like his smokes are really underrated, as usually in Siege, it's really dangerous to throw smokes because you really need to peek wide usually, or you need to find some weird angle. And with him, you just do it really quick. So your chances of dying are not as high. And I feel like it's just a safer way to kind of smoke out and use some smoke strat that you just had in your strat book, and you just wanna make sure that you're using your pocket strats at the right time. And I feel like Capitao is exactly that perfect operator for these pocket strats with smokes.
Yeah, he definitely does make the executes for the attackers a lot easier and more simple, especially with both of those in his pocket. So I mean, decent ban. We'll see how it affects this match on Cafe.
Yeah, usually when you see Capitao ban, I don't know if we're gonna see how it affects the match, unless they decide to really cling onto Pixel here. If they decide to really cling onto Pixel, I will really understand this ban, but otherwise, I don't know if we will see the impact because you usually don't see him played anyway, almost at any level. So I don't know how it's gonna play out if he is played, right? That would be actually
Yeah.
more interesting to me to see him
Oh.
played. And as I say that, it looks like we're gonna make sure that we're gonna open the kill here on the spawn kill on Cafu here. It looked like he was spawn picking, or was he just running through? I'm not too sure what happened there.
Either one, regardless, someone gets that first pick. Carlstad has the momentum early round. That doesn't look good so far for Aero. In terms of that pixel area, I did see a Goyo shield there. Another one set up in the bathroom, and a couple ADSs, so they might be playing that pixel area. Yep, they are. So maybe that's what the Capital ban was for.
Yeah, that's possible. I just want to see how hard they cling to this. You know, if they're just gonna back up right now after one flash or one nade, then it doesn't really tell me. All right, that's why we banned Capital. But I mean, could be just some PTSD, you know, from playing against Capital.
Right.
Oh,
Comfort ban.
wait. Yeah, Capital here is actually Carlstad's ban. So we're gonna see how they play on defense.
Yeah, true. Maybe they just don't like Capital in the attack. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. It looks like the attackers are gonna only now start clearing pixel here. Flash is gonna go out, and I'm thinking Nade went out there, or maybe a Zofia charge, but got rid of the pixel shield from the sound of it. As Askill here, he's gonna be repelling on the piano window with Ibana. So it looked like they're doing a good job of clearing out utility, and they're gonna use their man advantage properly, not peeking too aggressively here, not really rushing into the piano area, because they know that's what Aero wants right now. They want to kind of equalize the man advantage here, and the way of doing that is to, you know, just try and capitalize on the opportunity of the attackers running in. And it doesn't look like Carlstad is going to do that.
Right, but, under a minute left, Carlstad really has to think about trying to make some sort of push. We see Askill towards the cigar. He might get a nade over towards the Rooney on that pixel area. Is he going to get the kill? No, the ADS doesn't get taken down in a 4v4 situation now. Great shot from Tenjin. 30 seconds left, though.
Yeah, Tenjin is going to get that beautiful headshot there. 30 seconds, and the attackers, they're going to get ready for the execute setup here. Blue is going to get a kill, as I say that. Tenjin is dead. So that's pixel control for the attackers. Should be, looks like Instil here. He's just going to be holding the Skylight. So 4v3 for the attackers. The player on Skylight looks like we're going to go for an heavy execute. Someone is going to get caught by some gas canisters and some shots here from Freezer, as Divine is going to refrag back onto Rexel. As Venom is going to be holding this long angle, and he's going to get pushed from White all the way 3v1. For the one and only defender slows. I see him in these clutch scenarios so often, and he didn't really show me that he can consistently clutch those out, and who can blame him? Usually these scenarios are so hard. He's on the floor below. The attackers are above him. He's running out of time, and the diffuser is down. And as I say, that beautiful headshot is going to come towards him on top of the white stairs, and is going to finish the round for the attackers for first round for Carlstad.
Yeah, great stuff. I mean, a little scary in terms of time and execution, but they got it done. Easy stuff. Good first round. Aero's gonna decide to go back to that bar cocktail site. Let's see if I don't see anything too different. Maybe they might set up differently. We'll see.
Yeah, they're gonna go to the same side. It doesn't look like they have a different lineup. I think it's more or less the same lineup. If there is a change here, it's not big, because Venoms was on the mute. They had a Goyo that died early. They had the Rooney, and they had the Jaeger for sure. So the only possible change here is Slows and a Melusi, but I think he played Melusi, man.
Yeah.
So it's the exact same lineup.
Right. The interesting note from last round is Slows was bottom floor. He had the impacts. He is now brought the Nitro, which is, in my opinion, the better utility to play. Yeah, especially if you're playing from below, you definitely want that Nitro. Hopefully he puts those Banshees in a place where he'll know where the attackers are, and he can throw that Nitro in a place to potentially deny the plant. We'll see. It does look like the same setup, though.
Yeah, I agree with you with the Nitros. They can be so potent, especially on this map and on this specific defense. But you're bringing 3 Nitro cells right now on defense, and you're bringing no operator with information, and Valkyrie is open right now. Is such a flexible operator with a great gun that you can bring in. She's not really bound to anything. It's not a post that has to stay below. She's gonna throw these Valkyrie cams up top around the piano area, and it's gonna give you free information most of the time, especially if the enemy team is not running IQ and it doesn't look like they are. So I don't know. For me, that's a question mark. Definitely, why not run the Valkyrie if you want to rely on the C4 so much? And if you don't want to rely on the C4 so much, why are you bringing three of them? You know?
Right. Yeah, and then in terms of, you know, Carlstad's attack, they really just played on top of this roof for most of the time, and they repelled on that, you know, those cigar windows towards the stage area. Nitro goes out, doesn't get in still. Unfortunate. That's one Nitro gone with 2 minutes
Oh man,
left.
don't tell
That
me
is,
that's why you took those nitros. Please
well,
don't tell
yeah,
me.
I think so. I feel like it is. But you know, they're not attacking, you know, the second floor. So that's free real estate for Valkyrie to just hang out below, get that intel that the defenders might need, and throw those nitros when need be. The attackers are already dropping that red hatch. Thermite's getting some sort of breach.
Yeah, Jaeger is gonna hold the museum hallway here through the punch holes. I'm not sure if that was made by defenders or not. Blue is gonna be already droning all the way to the pixel area here, as they're gonna burn with the Arvuni gate with the I think it was a drone, man. Did they just burn it with a drone?
They might
Anyway,
have, yeah.
regardless, it looks like they're gonna take pixel control here with some nades, some utility. Well played here by Carlstad. Good use of utility, and they're gonna almost secure pixel area here. Looks like Kafu was caught out by a drone here inside the freezer area, and he's gonna find it. He's gonna find a head as well. Great shot from him. Kafu hitting beautiful headshots around the pixel, and he's gonna almost take the control right back. He's looking for more door in piano. It doesn't look like he's gonna find anything. A lot of drones here wasted by Carlstad just to take that pixel control, and all that happened in return for them is they lost the body.
Yep, 40 seconds left. I was gonna say they're doing a better job, Carlstad, that is, in gaining that control quicker, but it looks like the repeat of last round. 30 seconds left. They really have to think about this execute. Thermite's gonna get the freezer wall open with his breach charge. Iona's gonna challenge it. Are they gonna find anything? Doesn't look like it. Kafu tucked away in this corner, just awaiting someone to cross his line of sight. Venom looking towards that skylight. He knows of the attacker there. That looks like a clean headshot from him. Kafu off screen gets a double. And there we go. Venom gets one, and flawless round from Aero.
Yeah, kill feed lights up orange, and definitely a flawless round with no mistakes from the defenders here, but so many mistakes from Carlstad. I mean, Carlstad took it so slow, just like on the first round, but the difference was that they just weren't able to win any of the gunfights. They weren't able to get the early picks or to capitalize on any mistakes here that Aero made, because almost Aero didn't make any mistakes at all from what I noticed from my point of view here. And they just played it great. I think they played it patiently, exactly how they should have. The individual pick there from Kafu was great. He really felt like he should be picking that exact angle at the right time, and he did that, got the headshot, secured it, and kind of fell back. Didn't keep peeking for the next one, didn't go too wide on that one, just kept on holding the pixel, or just backed off entirely. I'm not too sure, but otherwise we're just holding the side, you know. And they realized here, I feel like, that possibly Carlstad is just too slow on their attack, and it's something that is possible to abuse, because when you realize a team is that slow, you don't even need to worry about early engagements. You don't need to worry about trying to get early picks or throw them off their guard, because if they're that slow, they're gonna push the side at 30 seconds either way. Why would you risk your life to slow them down if you don't need to slow them down? They're slowing themselves down.
Right, and I think that was the biggest difference between the first and second round is we saw Kafu get taken down by someone really fast in that first round, from that little window towards Pixel trying to peek, and we saw Carlstad take that round. Next round, completely different story, as all 5 defenders were alive after the first couple seconds, and I think that's what they took away from it, as you mentioned. So I think from now on, Aero might just play a little bit more passively. We'll see. Interesting rotate towards the bakery side, though.
Yeah, and actually a little bit ironically, when I think about it, the one who got the entry then on the second round for Aero was actually Kafu himself, who who was the opening def on the first round. So maybe that's the key there. But in general, opening stats are just so important. Being the opening def or making the opening kill on the first round, at the beginning of the round, and not being traded back is such an important thing that you can bring to your team. Making sure that you can get that first pick without dying, backing up, and making sure that you're securing a 5v4. That's just amazing for any team in any situation at any league and any level, right? Because we see it from the stats anywhere. Usually, when you get the first kill and you don't get traded back in the round, you have a much higher percentage of winning that exact round. I'm not gonna throw numbers here, but it's way higher. It really spikes up. So that's why these entry stats are so important, and that's why I like to highlight them every single time, because I feel like that's the reason why you want a good entry. You want to make sure that your entry is capable of getting the first kill without dying.
Right. In terms of entry this round, Carlstad has really good foothold with a minute 30 left, already breaking the vertical angles. Venom might be the first one to take a gunfight. We'll see. They're just getting those Z pings out, the intel. Hibana's possibly opening that hatch straight behind Venom. Minute left. The execute's going to come down here soon.
Yeah, what I see here is just more of the same from Aero, to be honest. They're still baiting, they're still playing slow, they're still wasting Carlstad time by really not picking, not contesting. That's their time waste here. Just let them waste their own time, as Kafo is gonna be caught here, I believe, on a vertical hole. That's Frost player gonna go down. And it looks like a little bit better. It's a little bit better for the attackers this time around, as they're gonna be in a 5v4 advantage. Someone here is gonna be on 50 HP though, as he got lit up as well a little bit from the vertical holes. And they need to be thinking about execute right now. Again, John is gonna go in, Venom is gonna get it, and he's gonna be waiting for this drop. He's gonna be peeking really aggressively here on the drop, as he knows that's one of the only entry points, and he's gonna get the first headshot there. Beautiful headshot. The Diffuser is gonna go down, but he's gonna get traded back, and Sledge is gonna drop down. He's gonna be on 1 HP though, as Jaeger is gonna be holding that angle. The Diffuser is gonna go down, but I believe the Sledge is alone in the side right now, and no one is covering him. Maybe some vertical pressure. Iban is gonna drop down as well. Diffuser is gonna go down. Sledge is gonna get a double kill there, and he's gonna be traded back. So it looks like Rixel here is in a 1v2 situation with Slows being down, and it doesn't look like Slows is gonna get picked up anytime soon. So it's just Rixel here. He's gonna try and look for these vertical holes. Maybe someone is holding him from mid stairs, maybe someone is holding him from above, but he's running out of time right now. He's almost got the head there, but just not fast enough on the reaction, as it looks like someone is holding the vertical angle here, and he won't be able to hit the shots. He has to drop the Diffuser. Will he be able to do it in time? Yes, he will. He's gonna be able to deny with the Zofia stun there. That's just gonna secure the round for him. Doesn't even need to get the kill, but he's gonna do it. Why not? Just pet the stats a little bit, get that final kill. You deserved it.
Again, slow execution from Carlstad, but wins out the round. Good stuff. I can't really commend them enough for the amount of stress. Like, I would be stressed out with 30 seconds left, and they just have a heart of steel or something. Like, they have ice in their veins. They just are cool, calm, and collected and get that bomb down. Even though Instill of the Sledge was 1 HP getting that bomb down, Hibana did great coverage there. I was scared after Instill got the bomb down, and it was him versus the Rooney. Thankfully, he got the pick, though. And after that, it was just kind of an easy round for the attackers. They were playing defense at that point. As if you didn't know, once the attackers get the bomb down, the roles do switch and the attackers become the defenders. I know it's kind of confusing, but
that's how it fundamentally happens, guys. That's huge for you. I mean, that's actually every bomb game out anywhere. Yeah. That's search and destroy as well, and Counter-Strike or whatever it is. So yeah, obviously that's why you want to go for that objective. You want to make sure that you're playing for the objective when possible, and you're giving yourself that advantage as the attacker is the one who's attacking, because most of the round you're actually playing against the time. So it's finally time for you to turn things around, put the plan down, and now finally time is on your side. But enough about that. I feel like, first of all, Aero is gonna go to the same side here, and they're gonna be reinforcing the top floor here a little bit. And I feel like that's important because it's gonna deny a little bit of the vertical angles that are possible from above towards the side there. Especially that one is really important because it really denies the double door area there, and it's just really hard to rotate in and out when you have that vertical wall open. when you open it from the pillar, you open that side wall, and you open the floor as well right below it. It just gives you a really nice angle. I feel like that's a good reinforcement right there to be investing in. And besides that, I just want to highlight the vertical play there. I feel like that was the primary key there for Carlstad. I feel like that was the primary reason why they were able to win out that round. They were allowed to make as much vertical pressure as they wanted, and they really pushed Aero into a lot of uncomfortable gunfights and uncomfortable situations, and they even were able to get a kill out of it, out of those vertical angles. So your answer here should be to try and be a little bit more aggressive on these vertical holes, either by peeking them, which is usually not advised, or by flanking, which is also hard to do. But what can you do? You have to deny it in some way. Your alternative here is to bring a C4, obviously, and some information, and try to pressure them that way, and maybe hope that they won't be peeking the holes as much, just because they're gonna be aware of the C4s.
Yeah, but we see one C4 on the table. They bring a Kaid, Venoms does at least, and they decide to Electro Claw that hatch for the immediate drop down, as we saw Habana get that last round. But in terms of, Aero doing what you were saying, they're doing the complete opposite. They're just holding angles in sight, and just like that, Carlstad's getting the vertical angles quite quickly. The only difference is that hatch, so we'll see how they decide to execute onto the site with almost under a minute left.
Yeah, the hatch is already gonna get open. That K-Charge is not gonna do much, just because you can deny it with the nade there. It's a pretty easy throw there, and a common strat to put that K-Charge there. So I'm sure and the Carlstad are really familiar with that one, and they're gonna use a nade to get rid of that, and they're gonna use another nade actually to down Kate. I don't know if they know about this, and I don't know if Kate is even gonna get picked up here, as they're really running out of time, and getting close to him is really dangerous. And it looks like they know about the down here. Insel knows about it, and he's gonna try and do his best to hold the angles so no one runs in to help him out.
Right, but again, 20 seconds left. Carlstad has to think about dropping this hatch, and they do. Blue throwing out his smokes, running into the down player. He's going to plant the sink area. 10 seconds left.
10 seconds
Does he have any coverage? They are getting the information from the down Kaid. Slows takes him down, but gets the bomb plant. 2v3 situation. The attackers win just like that. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that execute was, again, great executes from Carlstad in general. Again, they're allowed that vertical control, and they're just doing so much damage off of that. They're able to use an aid to open up the hatch. They're able to use an aid to get rid of the player who's close on the freezer door, and that's like that's really your fundamental anchor there on the site when you're doing a freezer attack. That's the primary guy who's going to be denying you. Usually that's an SAS shotgun there. In that case, it's a Cade. But otherwise, either way, it's the player who's gonna really give you the most amount of trouble. And look at how they dealt with it. They just chucked an aid in. Really didn't even need to take a gunfight there. Didn't even need to finish him up until the very end of the round. I think he was downed until the very last moment. So until they got the last kill, he was still down. And then Insel just got the kill from, automatically getting the kill just because he downed him. So with all of that being said, they need to change something up there in kitchen if they want to go back there, but they don't have to. Reading here is definitely a viable side, and it's a side that you can go to if you're not feeling kitchen as much. And a lot of teams just prefer reading over kitchen. They feel like it's a better side just because you do have that advantage of playing the top floor and being able to defend the side from the top floor, which you don't have that luxury in kitchen. So that's why some teams, they just decide to go for reading. So that's a choice for them. And with that being said, they're just going to go back to the top floor here, which they were able to win once. So we're going to see how Carlstad is going to react here, if they're able to adapt and maybe possibly push a little bit faster or create some more holes in the freezer wall, because they need some additional angles here, or they need to be faster here on the executes.
Oh, is Royal going to be cheeky? No, he's not. Oh, is he? We're going to see. Is he going to catch this player on rappel? He's not. Unfortunate. I wanted to see them run out, but it didn't happen.
I actually didn't realize that name's player is Royal, with a little X there. You know, the young kids with their weird names.
Right.
To know, man. Just put a no there, man.
I mean, Maybe it was taken. You never know.
I don't know if
Maybe,
Royal was.
maybe it's
thought the Royal
RX.
was
I don't know. I'm just gonna call him Royal. Looks like a Royal to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, by the way, I'm pretty sure they subbed him in because I don't remember that player yesterday.
Activating drone.
Oh, interesting. That might be a reason why
I don't know
we're seeing the
I don't know
3-1
who's
scoreline.
he's. It's possible. I don't know who's he replacing though.
Interesting. We'll
Looks
see.
like production is just gonna look it up there. But as we say that, the attackers are already they're already a little bit faster here. That's what I like to see. They established the top red control. They're already establishing the piano control here. A lot of pressure towards Pixel. There's 2 defenders holding that though with the shield. So that's a lot of utility on the attackers right now to burn. They have to use those flashes properly to make sure they're not getting shot while they do that, and to make sure that they chuck an aid here, in the proper spots, to make sure they get rid of the shield into it. That's a potent one. And to get rid of tension here, who's really peeking here on an angle that's very advantageous for him to take gunfights from. And it looks like the toilet shield is gonna go down, and the path is gonna be opened up wide for the attacker to take up pixel control.
Again, you know, almost under 40 seconds left. Carlstad has some sort of control towards this cigar side of the site. They're opening the X-Kairos onto that wall. All the defenders are just holding these angles, hoping they can find something, as well as Carlstad trying to find someone. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen. When is the execute going to come through?
Yeah, they're just gonna be holding these angles on the breach here, just creating that pressure, and execute is gonna come at the very last seconds of the round, just like Carlstad likes it. Smokes are gonna go out, and it looks like the first kill there from Cafu. He's gonna be able to land a headshot, but they're gonna be able to trade back and drop from Scarlet. Plant is gonna go down, and it won't be denied. Askel is gonna be putting the plant down here. Someone is the only one to cover, and he's gonna go down as well.
A
And
nitro.
C4 to get a double kill there from below. I'm pretty sure it got both Askel and the planter at the same time, and yes, indeed, it got them both as they were both lit there as they ran into the site. And another top floor win here for Aero. It looks like that slow, very methodical gameplay just doesn't work for Carlstad on the top floor the same way it works for them on the kitchen attack. And you know, it actually makes sense when you think about it, because when you're attacking really slow and methodically on kitchen, that usually means that you're taking the vertical control, and that gives you those additional angles to work with, and to be able to give you the advantage to be able to push to the side to deny the angles that you want to deny, just like Carlstad did, and to give you the space to push onto the side. But on the other hand, here on the top floor, it's a little bit different, because the only thing that really gives you a really good angle towards the side is breaching that freezer wall. And I know they did that, but there's another reinforced wall right behind it, and Cafu is gonna get a team kill. I mean, that's not what we like to see. Could be a skin here. Could be a skin here. Could be him just, you know, not controlling his recoil when he's spraying a wall. I don't know what it is, man. Sometimes stuff happens, but whatever it is, I'm sure that Aero doesn't like to be in a disadvantage here, playing this 4v5 situation right now. They're on defense, but it's still such a big advantage right now for Carlstad, as they're not going to be attacking onto the top floor. They're going to be attacking reading. So
5 seconds left.
a site that's usually people think is a little bit weaker than the top floor.
Heading out to the
So they're already heading in here with this advantage in mind, and then a little bit of a confidence boost as Slows, a player who's not quiet on the team, by the way, he is doing work, is not going to be present here. And it sounds like the player who Royal is replacing is actually Leiko, and that's a highlight player on Aero that I was talking about right before the match started, and excuse me for just forgetting about him that quickly, but yeah, he was the highlight player for the team. He was the one who was bringing the most impactful entries, who had the best KD, was really bringing results for his team, and he was the better entry out of the two between him and Slows. So right now it's really up to Slows to really pick up the pace here, to make sure that he's doing everything that Leiko did and more so for himself, because I mean, he's almost playing for two here, unless Royal is a familiar player for them. But as I see it here, he doesn't have the team tag even, So it's possible that he's just, you know, a player or a staff member that's really new to the team and just subbing in for the first time without any practice beforehand.
Right. But, you know, so far so good. Just looking at the scoreline, Aero is decent across the board. Everyone has a good amount of kills. And it's, you know, 3-2 in round 6. Close to the side swap, and, you know, you're almost going toe-to-toe with Carlstad. So, you know, good stuff from Aero so far.
Yeah, definitely. 1 minute 20 on a clock here, and Carlstad is again they're slow as usual. They only now took the piano control, and they're already now establishing pistol control as they're ready to get pushed up on the top of the white stairs here. Royal is gonna try and hit some shots, but he's actually gonna get hit by a bullet there. Looks like in the arm through the wall in the freezer area, and he's just gonna be holding on to this cocktail area here behind the shield. C4 is gonna go out though, and it's gonna take down Divine, gonna equal the situation a little bit, but then Install is gonna trade right back. Royal is gonna go down here, so your cocktail area player is dead. You don't have any more tougher control, and that's gonna force Goyo to back up here. He's gonna push down the white stairs, and it looks like Aspel is not even aware of that, so he's gonna waste a nade on that just in case. Why not? In 30 seconds, we're approaching the execute mark here.
20 seconds left. They do have top floor control. It is a 3v4 situation. Everyone on full HP except for Blue, the bomb carrier, so he's got to be passive for the remaining 15 seconds. Where's the execute going to go down? My guess is possibly reading. They do have the vertical control. Blue is going to drop and go for the plant, most likely here. They have a Z ping on someone on the small closet. Gets one kill, double kill for Venom. Someone takes Venom out, however. Good refrag. Plant is going down. They're looking for the last player in the defender's lane. Where was that pulse? Did he go up top? Oh my god, they had the Z ping on where that player was located. That is so unfortunate.
That's massive miscommunication there, surely. Yeah, that's massive miscommunication there from the team, and that's possibly a round they're gonna regret in the future here. We're gonna see how this is gonna shape up to be, but man, this is not a round that you want to be losing. They had so much advantage there, and he was just able to push up through the rotate, swing up towards the planter, and just kill him like that. That's not something that you like to see.
No. Huge momentum booster, though, for the side swap. We'll see how Aero takes that into the attack, and we'll see how Carlstad decides they want to take that into their defense. But in my opinion, the momentum's on Aero's side right now, especially from that last round. They are the underdogs in terms of standings. However, the community thinks differently. And so far, the community looks like they might be correct. I mean, it's a 3-3 scoreline. We're seeing Oryx being pulled out for the first time, so that's interesting. We'll see how that plays a role into their defense. Also, the Maestro's a good pick. You know, in terms of Aero's attack, I don't see anything too crazy except for the Flores.
Attackers are moving to defuse the
Yeah, I mean, Flores is not even that crazy anymore, because as soon as he came out, all the teams just started playing him. He's just such an efficient utility clear operator. He has so much utility, so much explosive utility that's so valuable in the meta right now. You need to make sure that you need to get rid of the Malusis, the Banshees, the shields, in this case, the Goyo shields, the Maestro cams, and that's it in this case specifically. But you never know what the enemy team might bring, and they might bring an extra shield with a smoke operator, or combined with the Goyo that's already 3 shields, and plus on top of that you have 2 Maestro cams that you gotta get rid of, and they can bring in Malusi as well. So you never know. Tenjin is definitely gonna be potent on that operator. He's gonna make sure that he's gonna do the best of his ability with those drones there, with those explosive drones. And as I say that, I'm really curious as to how Carlstad is gonna lean towards the Capitao ban here. I'm not sure if they're just gonna be holding a position like Pixel a little bit more aggressively here, as it looks like they're actually going to be. Install is gonna be running back and forth here. I'm not too sure what that explosion even was, but he's gonna give up Pixel for now. Half time on the clock here. Instant is gonna get the first kill of the round, though. He's gonna get a headshot onto Kafu. Tenjin is gonna trade right back with an explosive drone onto Blue. Wow, I think this is the first time that I've seen this.
Good explosive drone. I believe Blue was probably on his Maestro cams, if I were to guess.
Oh man, that's unlucky, man. That's unfortunate. It looks like Aero at the moment is just getting fortunate in all the right ways, as they're already pushing here on towards the piano area. They're gonna be looking towards taking this pixel control, but they know that there's the K there, and he's very aggressive.
Interesting oil shield towards that white hallway facing the attackers. If one shot goes off for instill, he might be dead here. You know, but he's wasting time. He's doing his job. Only takes a little bit of HP, and he's just gonna lay in this bathroom with 50 seconds left. We're gonna see how Aero decides to execute this top floor on a 4v4 situation.
Yeah, it looks like the caterers are definitely gonna be a problem, but they will be able to open one of the walls here, and then he's gonna go out, and he's gonna get rid of the K there. Instill is gonna go down, so they should be able to get toilet control right now. Divine is gonna get the top white control, and he's just gonna be holding that hallway for his teammates, while the other two defenders are just gonna be holding the top, the long eagle here. And the smokes are gonna go out, and the plant is gonna be attempted to go down, but the kill on the planter is gonna deny that. Another kill from someone towards the attacker is gonna get one, and they will be able to trade here on long and on the freezer area here, and they're gonna get the first round for themselves on the attack. And I think overall it was a great round from Aero there, all around. I really like what I saw in general, especially the utility play. They had 2 kills there just by playing with their utility, one with the nade and one with that drone. I mean, one of those was definitely fortunate, but still, it looks like they're doing a solid, decent job with droning everything out and making sure that they are definitely using their utility correctly, and then breaching the walls that they need to breach, establishing the angles, and then pushing at the right time when execute comes.
Yeah, and I think for Carlstad, they just need to have a little bit better communication. The bomb was down. It was a low time 2v2 situation, and the attackers just kind of have to push at that point, and they weren't aware that the plant was not going down, unfortunately, or it seemed like they were not aware that the plant wasn't going down. So, unfortunate stuff. Aero takes their first attack on the side swap, and as I said, the momentum looks really good for them so far.
Yeah, and just one thing that I wanted to say before we start around here, I just wanted to clarify with that Ghost Shield that you were talking about. For all the viewers that don't know, that Ghost Shield is actually, it's not for the piano area. It's not intended to deny anything from the piano area. It's intended to allow you to play in Pixel, so that actually gives you more space to move around Pixel back to the hallway and to the toilet and back again, because it denies the angle from the rappel there upside down on that white stairs window that the spectator is looking at right now. So that's what the shield is for. It's not to deny piano, it's to deny the window rappel and the angle to allow you to play Pixel. So that definitely tells me that they were trying to do their best to play on that Capitao ban as much as possible, hold that Pixel as aggressively as possible. And I'm guessing you were right. I'm guessing that's why they banned Capitao at the end of the day, to be able to hold Pixel there more aggressively. And that's what they were playing into with their strat. But it's a completely different strat this time, this time around. And the attackers are going to be attacking something else entirely. So this is irrelevant at the moment, unless they're going to go back to the top floor.
They are. The vigil of someone gets taken down already. Good opening pick. There's another one, a refragger. Close. Spots the Mozzie, but doesn't take any HP from him. But just like that, Royal was watching that angle, and the Mozzie is down and dead. 3v5. Minute 50 left. They know another location. What great intel so far from Aero.
Great shots from the defender there on Jaeger, getting a double for his team and really equalizing the situation right now, as it looks like it's a 3v3 situation here. Askell is going to be running around. It really looks like the difference maker right now for Carlstad. It looks like these rounds where Askell was allowed to get some kills, these are the kind of rounds that Carlstad is able to win. And as I said, the attackers are just going to be holding on to these angles. They're going to be trying to figure out what they should be pushing, what they should be pushing for, as they still have the Harbage here. They have the potential here for a freezer take. It looks like so he's going to go alone for the kill, and he's going to be able to land a headshot here onto Askell, who wasn't aware for the White Stairs push. The Valkyries Valkyrie Camp's position is gonna be known as blue. He knows that there's a freezer drop here coming in close. He's gonna position himself in a very famous spot with the ACS shotgun there. Really try to deny that as effectively as possible with that shotgun for the drop. As Slow is gonna be holding the red hallway area here for his teammates.
Yep, they get the freezer wall. Blue being they. Aero gonna make this execute happen here soon. 30 seconds left. They do spot the mute of Blue. He is gonna hold this door with his life. Let's see how well he does. As I said, Venom right across.
Attackers bomb diffuser.
Oh, and he gets a shot. What a trade, though.
Attackers recovered
It is
the
a
bomb
trade.
diffuser.
Insta the
That's
last one
such
left.
an important trade.
15 seconds
Very.
remaining.
15 seconds. Bomb is going down. Insta probably hears the plant.
10 seconds left.
Oh no, he's looking the wrong way.
Oh my god. Okay, 1v1 situation. Bomb is down, however. I think he knows the location. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
Oh man, that was
scary
close.
one. That was.
That was so close. But Slows, he's really shutting me up right now. He's doing everything I said he should be doing for his team and more right now. He's really putting his team on his back right now, closing that round out. It was a really important round for them to close out, and he's really doing the best that he should be doing right now. I mean, the best of his ability. I mean, he's currently on 8 kills, and we see the whole team actually pushing their weight. Even Royal, the new player here, or the sub, whatever he is, I'm not really sure of his position in the team at the moment. But even Royal, the new player who was playing with him for the first time, from what I know, is doing a lot for the team here. Still being positive here, not even being neutral in terms of the kill feed. He's on 6 and 5 here, and Slows here definitely doing the most with 8 kills and a lot of really important frags.
Most definitely. In terms of that last round, that was so unfortunate. Insta was just looking the wrong way. He could have won that round for Carlstad to bring it back to a level scoreline. But no, Aero just take it, and now it's a 5v3. You know, sometimes the caster curse is real, but I'm so glad I'm correct so far. Aero really taking the momentum in their favor. Really, their confidence is showing as of right now. You know, I think this might be an Aero win on Cafe, leading to our second map, but we will see. They decide, Carlstad decides to go to Kitchen once again. It looks like they might do a heavy roam strat. We'll see how that bodes this time around, as the last time, Aero was ready for it, took down someone and Divine very, very quickly.
Yeah, it definitely looks like you said that Aero is definitely in the advantage right now. I mean, it doesn't look like that. That's a fact. They're 5-3 up right now. But we shouldn't forget that Carlstad is definitely a good team that is capable of winning these rounds and bringing it back here. I mean, there's a reason why they're the second in the league right now with only 1 loss and 3 wins, as Aero is actually 7th. So they should still be believing in themselves, and I'm sure they are as competitors. And they're only 2 rounds down here, and they're on Cafe defense, so everything is possible for them. Honestly, they're in the advantage here in terms of the side that they're on. Right, they're on defense here on Cafe, and that's considered the more advantageous side to be on Cafe specifically. I mean, it's one of the maps that are more defender sided than most of the other maps. So I think everything is possible here.
Yeah, most definitely taking out the pest. Good stuff. They're just, you know, Aero's just trying to gain as much intel as possible. Divine hanging out in this fireplace area. Is that hatch open? It is. Interesting.
Yeah, the reason for that hatch to be open is to allow the roamers to go back to the site from the roam safely, because you can't really go down the white stairs or the brown stairs, since once the attackers establish the top floor control, you have no route to go back through to the site, so you can't even go down the red stairs. But it looks like someone is going to take a gunfight here onto Sledge here, and he's going to be able to win it out. A great shot there onto Kafu. Askel is going to help him out with a double there on Tension and Slows. They're going to trade back, Roll, but a little bit too little, too late, as Royal is gonna get only 1 kill into someone, and three of his buddies are already down on the floor. They're not gonna be able to help him out this round anymore. So 2v5, 2v4 situation here for Aero, and finally it looks like they're bleeding in here on the attack for the first time.
Yeah, you know, much better stuff. What a great shotgun through the 4 from blue there to make it a 4v1 situation. 30 seconds left. I think right now Venom should just take the time and talk to his team about what they could do differently. But, Carlstad had to go kitchen twice to really win out this round. The roam game the second time really helped out as they just decided to hunker down towards that fireplace and reading area. They spot the last player of Venom. Team kill comes in, but doesn't really matter. Askell gets the last kill. Is it through the smoke? It is, sort of.
I'm sure that's how the team kill happened as well. I
Yeah,
think he
through the
got that one
smoke.
through the smoke. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think the Thermite had any chance of winning that one, and I'm sure he didn't think so as well. He just wanted to be done with it, and move on to the next. Aero is still in the advantage here, and definitely a little bit of an unfortunate round for them. What I will say though is that I feel like Carlstad adapted really well to the way that Aero is playing here. They decided to break their pace. It looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a pause here, but it's just gonna give me more time to speak about that round because I really do believe that it was a beautiful adaptation here. I feel like Carlstad definitely read how Aero wants to attack it, and they they wanted to deny it, right? And that's what they did. They went for a more aggressive roam, as you said, that hatch, that freezer hatch. They kept it open, and the reason that hatch is open, as I said before, is to allow your roamers to play as aggressive as possible for as long as possible. So what you want to do there, you want to try and get your kills. You want to try and destroy as many drones as possible, and then back up to the side through the hatch. That's the reason why that hatch is open, because when you're really thinking about it, there are no safe routes to go down back to the side through, right? You can't go down the brown stairs because once they establish the top floor control from cocktail already, you can see all of that, right? And you can't really go down the red stairs because it's just so easy. Even through the hatch from the roof, you can actually see the red stairs down to the side. But regardless of that, when you're assuming the attackers are taking the top floor control, you're assuming they have a line of sight on both of these staircases. And the white stairs is not really a staircase that you want to take a gunfight on, just because it's kind of a weird scenario there. You really need to have the correct information, the exact information on the player that you're having a gunfight with. And it just so happens that the attackers, they have live drones usually, so they're gonna be a little bit more in the advantage there. They're gonna have more information on these one-on-one gunfights on a position like white stairs. So you go with the easy route. You just open that freezer hatch, you keep it open for your roamers to be able to back up later on in the round. And if they back up, it's not that big of a deal, right? Because the attackers still need to drop through that hatch. And even if you reinforce that, when you think about it, when Aero reinforced that hatch, they even put a K charge on it, and it still wasn't enough. It was just Carlstad just got rid of that within like 5 seconds, right? They just chucked an 8 in and then opened the hatch. It really wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, quite agree. Great adaptation from Carlstad that round. Especially leaning into the heavy roam the second round prior when they were all the way on the top floor. So, good stuff. Them fixing what they made mistakes on, making it a 4v5, 4-5. Arrow is leaning towards that match point, but Carlstad wants to try and take it to overtime, or at least possibly make it a 5-5 within this next round. They are going to bar. We're just waiting for the fifth player of Carlstad to get back into here. I'm sure he will be in here soon. He might have a little bit of a technical issue. We will see.
Yeah, and as we wait, I mean, you're just gonna go back to our faces, and I'm sure the viewers love it. I mean, why not? You have such
I'm
beautiful casters here. They're casting your games. It's free on Twitch. What else could you ask for?
Yeah, nothing much. Maybe a follow. A follow would be nice.
Yeah, sub to the channel, boys. I don't. Are there subs? Can they sub? Are subs
uh,
enabled?
I don't. Oh, they are. Yeah, let's give out some subs. I know you like our
Any
beautiful face.
any sub in this upcoming game? I heard. That's what I heard from Trippin. Any sub that's gonna come up in this game is gonna go straight to my salary. That's what I heard.
Oh, oh,
That's
to your
that's
salary.
that's
Okay.
that's what I heard.
Don't
That's what
worry
I heard,
about
man.
me. Don't worry about me, chat.
That's what I heard from Trippin, man. That's what Trippin just said, man. Well, what can I do about it? I'm not the boss here.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna share with Soul though, guys. It's up to the channel.
I would definitely hope
We'll
so.
split it. We'll split it 50-50.
Okay, sounds good.
Trippin, you're not getting none of that. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. If you're getting any subs within the next hour, an hour and a half, you know why. Anyway, back to that match. Carlstad is still down 4-5 there. So
Yep.
they're bringing it back a little bit. They got their first round on defense. But as I said, Cafe is defender sided, and I really wouldn't be surprised if we're going to go to overtime here, or if they're just going to take it, in a clean sweep. You just see it really often on Cafe. That's the thing. That's the thing on Cafe. You see it really often that the team is going to lose a couple of rounds on defense, then it's just going to come back and they're going to get 4 in a row. They're just standard Cafe things. You just sometimes need to warm up, need to figure out the other team, need to figure out what strats you want to pull up from your strat book. And it looks like they are adapting. It looks like they are trying to change things, as we saw in the basement, pulling up a completely different strat there. I'm expecting them to do a little bit more of the same on the other sides to try and adapt their playstyle individually and their strats. And hopefully for them, that's gonna bring the results that they're hoping for. And for Aero, honestly, just more of the same. I like to see Slows really picking up the pace, really doing what I wanted him to do for his team for the past play days. And this time around, when I'm sorry, wait, I need to find the player's name. I just forgot. When Leiko, yeah, since Leiko is not here, it looks like Slows is definitely picking up the pace, and putting up these numbers. He needs to keep that up. He's on that entry fragger roll. That's what I'm expecting from him. I'm expecting him to close these rounds at the end, and I'm expecting him to open up these rounds as well in the beginning. And from the rest of them, they're really doing a great job. Honestly, if you look at their kills, this I mean, Venoms is always doing great actually. Venoms is the Harbreacher and the SMG11 player, and he's one of the better rated players on the team. He consistently has great impact on the rounds, and he's also IGLing. From what I know, he's IGLing and he's team captain, so he's doing everything for his team, not only today but every single day, and the rest of them as well. The new player Royal coming in, subbing in, helping them out, really pulling his weight, doing his work there, and the rest of the players as well.
Lots of expectations from Liero going into our little technical pause.
Oh, come on,
For
guys!
this
I'm not casting you.
cafe.
I'm not casting you for 3 days for nothing. I want to see some results, man. I'm only seeing draws. Where are the wins? I want to see some wins, man.
You sound like both of their coaches put together. You're just like, all right, I know exactly what both teams need to do. Let's see it. I definitely just want to see a good match. We are seeing a good match so far. In terms of everything I've seen, it does seem as if it's just kind of like a 50-50. You've touched on it. The attack and defense are just kind of like, it really depends on the strategy you're working with during that round and the kind of frag potential you can get. From the opening picks we have seen so far, it looks as if whoever gets that opening pick is really just taking the round hold-handedly, just very, very easily. Whoever is with the man disadvantage, however, is doing a good job of trying to waste that time. But in terms of what I've seen so far, it just looks as if that first man advantage is really taking the cake for each team.
Yeah, I mean, that's how a lot of FPSs are, and that's the interesting thing with man advantage. When you're getting the man advantage, when you're getting the first kill, and you're not getting traded back. That's true even in rank, by the way, guys. If you look up your rank stats, you'll see that that's the case. The percentage of the rounds that you win when you get the early pick and you're not getting traded back just grows tremendously, just gives your team so much an advantage. It's more than you think. It's not just a 5v4. It's way more than that, because that creates space, that creates maneuverability, that creates opportunities when you get that early pick and you're not getting traded back, that means that you have more manpower to move up with towards the site, or just hold the site with if you're on defense. And the other side, the other team, they don't have the same numbers on the board to kind of meet up to you, kind of toe to toe. So you're assuming that usually all the gunfights are 50-50. That's why we call them 50-50s, right? And obviously it's not like that. If I'm gonna take a gunfight with Citizen, man, it's not a 50-50, man. It's like a
Oh
nine
yeah,
it's like a 99 to 1%. But
one. Yeah.
yeah, uh, but usually we like, especially when the level of the teams are close, we like to address these as 50-50s in every level. And that's really how it is. Usually these are 50-50s, unless there's a drone involved or utility involved, a flash, a nade, or whatever it is. Usually those gunfights are 50-50s. And when you're assuming that every single gunfight is just 50-50, having the man advantage just gives you that advantage, because that means that you're gonna have the last man standing. And guess what? We're playing on FPS, and we're playing how do you
Rainbow
call
Six
that?
Siege.
No. I wanted to say like the game mod that we're playing, but whatever it, I forgot. But we're playing a game mod that when you have the last man standing, obviously you're gonna win other rounds. So that's why you want that man advantage. That's only one of the reasons. That's just the tip of the iceberg here, really.
Well, enough speculating. Thankfully, we are back with this
Oh,
cafe. The
I'm not
technical
speculating,
pause is
man. These
over.
are straight facts. I'm spitting facts here. You're not gonna tell me I'm speculating.
You know, I'm not a fan of math, so I'm gonna say you're speculating.
Oh, I don't like math either, man. It's just facts. I'm not. I don't speak math, and I don't.
Yeah.
And I don't speak speculation. I chose to speak facts today. That's
facts.
that's what I came in here. That's my vibe today. That's the energy. Speaking facts.
All
Man.
right, everyone. You need to sub to the channel for the facts that Leo just spat. Great stuff.
Man, this is free. How is Twitch free, man?
I don't know.
Just baffles me, really. Boggles my mind,
Totally
really, man.
agree. But
And
we are
we're gonna go back to the top floor.
Yes, I was just gonna, touch on that. The top floor once again for Carlstad. I don't see a Kaid this time. We are seeing the orcs once again.
I don't know if they lost it once already or twice. I think they lost it once at least, but
I think it was just once.
yeah, it was. Yeah. It was once. It was when Yana got that kill inside the freezer. I remember that round. I mean, we're gonna see if Aero is gonna be able to kind of get away with the same shenanigans, because they didn't really open any important walls. And by important walls, I mean the toilet wall is important. That's the wall that they breached. But the more important wall there is the freezer wall, just because it gives you a really good line of sight towards the sides. So what they did, their approach was a little bit different. They got rid of the toilet player with a nade, which that's a little bit fortunate, to be honest. I don't expect it to happen again. And then they got another very fortunate kill with the drone, and it looks like Tenjin is gonna be attempting here to do that again, and he won't be able to, as he's gonna get nothing with that drone from the looks of it. But another one is gonna be thrown in here, and it looks like he's gonna try and burn some utility with it, but it won't work, as the Maestro Cam is gonna get rid of that one as well. So they got a fortunate kill, or kind of fortunate. You need a little bit of luck. You need the defender to make a mistake with a nade, and a very, very fortunate kill with the drone there. So I'm almost sure that both of these won't happen again. So they need to be looking at other ways here to attack the site. And the primary thing that they want to do, in my personal opinion, is the more consistent way to get an angle towards the site, and that's that freezer wall. So if they're able to deny that K charge, get rid of it in some way, I don't know where it is, but they need to find out. It's their job to get rid of that K charge and then open that freezer wall. Then they're gonna have a little bit more of a fighting chance here, and maybe they're gonna be able to attack it again and secure it effectively.
Yep, Divide and Slow's playing chicken on who can get the first pick for their team. But Royal and the rest of the team for Aero is already towards this stage cigar side. Minute left, so good good start so far. They know the location of the Goyle, which is why Kafu broke open that hatch just in case they want to go down and deal with him. They're going to get that freezer wall, I believe, as the thermite charge does go off and still is going to be in this bathroom, locked in there as the Goyle shield gets popped. Someone taking a gunfight towards the top of the white stairs. Royal trying to combat him. That was a close gunfight. 30 seconds to go, though. Good pick from Itzel. Another pick from Askell off screen. 5v3 situation with 20 seconds left, almost.
Yeah, Askell definitely got a great pick there, and it looks like the attacker just gonna push in here. He's gonna get one kill, but he won't get anything besides that, as the last player alive here is gonna just honestly get shot in this 1v4 situation without getting any chance to clutch it up. It looks like Carlstad is bringing it back. Like I said, I mean, this map is defender-sided. Once you figure out the other team, it's definitely possible. It looks like that's exactly what Carlstad is doing here.
Yeah, I think they're just improving on the mistakes they made previous rounds, like that the last top floor. When they lost it because Iana got that first frag, and then Flores got the drone off on the blue of the Maestro. So, you know, you remove those two mistakes, and we just saw what happens. Carlstad take the round.
Yeah, and as I said, these are just the kind of kills that you don't expect to get again. Igniting a player in toilet, that's not something that's consistently gonna happen. If the player plays it correctly, usually it's just not gonna happen unless he's in a really, really messed up situation. And usually that's just not the case. Usually he has a little bit more space than that. And that's what happened there. They just weren't able to get the pick on him, and instead of that, he got the pick on the attackers. And Maestro, he was just more aware, if you noticed. He was on his cams. He made sure that he got those drones when they got close to him, or when they were just, you know, roaming around the long area, the long bar area. So he was just more aware, and I'm sure that if the drone would have went past his Maestro cams, he would have went off that Maestro cam and would have moved. So, again, just a little bit more awareness, a little bit more, a little bit less individual mistakes. Nothing crazy here. Looks like it's exactly what Carlstad needed here, and it looks like it definitely does wonders for them. And right now it's up to Aero to really answer back here to show us that they're able to play against this version of Carlstad, the version who's a little bit improved as well.
Yeah, the adaptation for Carlstad is, you know, really, really decent in terms of what we've seen and how they can fix and improve upon their mistakes during the actual match rather than watch the VOD later. You know, 5v5 scoreline, or 5-5 scoreline.
Yeah, that's tougher defense is the classic example of not really changing the strat, but just changing how you're playing the strat, right? There's a difference there, and you don't always just want to change the strat fundamentally. Sometimes you're just playing it wrong, and you want to just change that sometimes, because otherwise the strat is fine.
Exactly. They're Aero already trying to make their way into the map from the top red area of that hatch. Someone of Vigils got spot out, most likely from both of those drones he just shot. Proximity alarm does make him aware of the location and gets, wow, and the nitro off screen.
Yeah, someone is gonna get that first pick there, and that's a funny name, and someone just funny every time I say someone got a kill. Anyway, and that C4 as well definitely helps a lot, as Aero here are definitely on the back foot here yet again in a 3v5 situation. So it's up to them right now to really make the plays, try and find these picks. And it looks like Carlstad is not fighting right now. They are going to take the individual gunfight, so his tension is going to go down to 1 HP through the wall here. A lot of shots connected onto him, as Kafu here is going to push up towards the pixel area. He's going to try and hunt down a player, possibly in freezer. There is a player there, but Askell, he's going to catch him off guard there on the rotate. What a great play from him, holding that angle at the right time. Another C4 came in, got the lit player there on Tension. Tension was on 1 HP. I mean, I guess that's why that C4 connected, as Venom's here is in a 1v5 situation. And honestly, if I'm you right now, Venom, I'm just using this time to talk to my team to, you know, try and make sure that I'm securing that next one, because that next one is going to be really important for you.
Yeah, most definitely, as it is going to be match point. 30 seconds left. He does look like he's trying to get a kill, though, and not really trying to talk to his team about what needs to be happening. Proximity alarm goes off with the location known, and there it is. Not a flawless for Carlstad, unfortunately, but it is a win nonetheless. As they go on to match point, the momentum going back into Carlstad's favor, the caster curse is a reality.
Is it the caster curse though? Because I said that Carlstad might come back. So is it
That's
actually
true,
me
but
cursing them, or is it?
I think it weighs out to like a 50-50 because I was like, oh, Aero's gonna take it. So
Oh. All right. Okay, man.
so
I see
from
you. I
what
see.
I've learned so
We
far,
can't do it no wrong, man. Whatever we say is
yeah,
right. It's true.
exactly.
We're just gonna have opposite opinions from now on. And then
you know,
then whatever we say is right. Whatever we say
Yeah.
is just we predicted it, man.
that sounds
And
good.
we're gonna take the credit as a duo. What do you think about that?
I'm good with it.
Yeah,
Defenders,
I
protect your
agree
bombs
with
from
that
being
one. Let's
defused
just
by
do that.
attackers.
And we're gonna go back to kitchen. It looks like they don't want to touch reading at all. I don't think Costa touched reading at all.
They did.
Oh.
Just
Oh, the last
previously.
oh yeah,
Yep,
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
last round was a reading round.
Last round was reading. Yeah, it just look from all these kills, man. It just looked like a top floor to me.
Yeah, they were all top floor, so I don't blame you for that.
Yeah, I really thought it was a top floor. I mean, my mistake. That happens. Anyway, so they're gonna go back to kitchen here, and they won kitchen pretty dominantly last
5
time around.
seconds to go.
Looks like they're not gonna change the shot, the foaming shot that worked for them. They're just gonna keep doing that. They're gonna do more of the same, and I don't blame them for that. I think they won it flawlessly or almost flawlessly. It was a really good round for them that time around. But Tenjin here, he's gonna bring the Monty. So definitely a big change here from Aero. As I mean, I like this change. I like to see that they're trying to adapt here. They're gonna ignore the bomb here completely from what I can see. That's what the Monty is for. They're just saying, all right, guys, they have like 3 roamers. Let's just push towards the side. Let's bring a Monty here, and let's breach these side walls and push in.
Well, in terms of the walls, the prep wall is soft, so that'll be easy for Aero to get, especially with that Sophia lifeline.
Oh man, if this is gonna work, so much of the manpower on the defenders is gonna be just completely obsolete. So many of them are on the top floor right now, but 4 attackers are below, pushing on Bakery directly.
Yep. The only one to combat this is Askell in this closet area. Someone up top spots one, and still gets one.
Is that for the breach or?
I'm not sure. Cafu gets a refrag though, 4v4.
Oh, I
Nitro's
think we're
going
gonna
out.
go out and it will connect.
Oh!
Oh no. That's your Monty dead now. That's your primary pushing force. That's kind of your spearhead there, and Scafu is gonna be able to trade back though. So he's doing some work up top, and as I say that, Instil already with a triple kill here. He's doing so much damage. Oh my god, a quad kill for Instil. He's gonna get another kill in prep here. He's only missing 1 more from the ace. He's gonna be peeking towards Scafu here. They're definitely gonna cross here. Each other as Askell is also peeking him. I just hope that Instil is going to be able to secure this kill here. Cafu is going to push up here, and Instil, he's so close to that ace. And
Oh
no, man.
Come
You can't rob us
Give
like
the
this, man. You can't rob us like this, man.
Oh,
No way.
I was gonna say
No
something for
way.
the ace, but now it's not gonna happen. Regardless,
I mean, I'm not.
Carlstad.
At the end of the day, you can't blame him for that. It is a competitive match, and you never know
Right.
what happens. You never know.
Exactly. Yep.
So, but if it's just so close, man. I just really wanted it.
I think
Instil
we
just
all
did a great job there. A great quad from him, a great 4 kill there, a 4K, and a flawless reverse sweep there. 4 rounds in a row. I feel
Yep.
like I just said that 2 minutes ago, and then there we go. It happened. I mean, that's cafe for you, man. That's cafe. These are the kind of things that happen. And yeah. And as I say that, we're gonna head in for a break, but you guys don't go anywhere because we have Clubhouse for you right after, and no one won just yet. The only thing that Carlstad secured is 1 point, so it's still possible that that Aero is gonna win the next map, and they're gonna add another draw to their huge collection of draws in the season. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll be back really soon. See you.
Smart. He's gonna find Dixon and he's gonna lose his life to Deadly. Same thing we saw already. He has smoke, but Cryptic is gonna get Googie.
Oh.
At F2 now on a roll, taking out Mitchell. For Christ's sake, just pull the fucking, press the button. There you go. He's gonna fly in. Heat out. Cadellas are coming out. There's gonna be a look for perfect rush, but no corner. Like, there you go. He catches that too. He catches Kennegan over like a drone, not being aware at all. Cryptic is gonna fly one Mitchell, another one. It's an absolute slaughterhouse. Kelmer ready with the.
It's like it's always defender sided. I don't know. I don't like talking about how like you're expected to get certain rounds.
Yeah, and finally an opening kill for them. I mean, they just couldn't get one, and they're gonna get another one actually. A double here from Pinto, as the players are gonna get aggressive towards the double window as well. And it looks like Neko is gonna trade back, but they're gonna be hunting this Jaeger, and Pinto is gonna get another one actually on the bed there. Neko with the smoke canisters here, and he will need to make it a 4K to win out the round. So he's gonna hear the plan, and he will be shot down by Pinto. A 4K from Pinto, I believe. A little bit more aggressive. This is actually a very interesting strat, just because it denies the room clear so much. As Pinto is gonna be taken down by Crack that was sneaking down the
take out Matrix at least. Risky's caught in a tough spot. Things are looking rough still for Roars. Is just up to Risky. 1-on-3. He's got two bodies that are pretty low. He can find it, but he's just been called out. Crack saw the foot, and he's gonna take the head off of Risky.
That's Mitchell right there. Helm is gonna find Goody, leaving only Kex, the only one right now to be able to defend us. He is now in a 1v3. Cryptic is gonna get that confirmed kill onto Googie, as Cryptic will also gonna go for the defuse. Kex will find Helm, but Kex will find Mitchell. Cryptic has to go away. He could have just stuck it on, but he doesn't. Kex clutches it out.
your shadows from my soul as these walls begin to fold. Head lost in the silence, cold stars illuminate the secrets on your tongue and the poison in my lungs. Where every passage ends, a new road begins. The further I descend, your labyrinth. Blind eyes in the darkness, frail hands reaching out, sword echoes in the smoke as the doors behind me close. No cure for the madness, each turn tangled in the fear of losing sight of the slowly fading light. Where every passage ends, a new road begins. The further I descend, your labyrinth. Your labyrinth.
And welcome back to the second match on this clubhouse. Both teams are already ready, so we're gonna get into this match super quick.
Oh, bro, already, man?
Yes, already.
Welcome back, everybody. Talent League here. We welcome
Hopefully-
you to the
Uh-huh.
second map of this
Yep.
match
There you go.
between Carlstad and Aero. So we're moving on to Clubhouse after
Yep.
a 7-5 victory on Cafe to Carlstad. So we're gonna see if Aero is gonna be able to, just get another draw under their belt. I feel like that's their goal.
Hey man, a point's a point.
No, bro, I feel like that's their goal, not a win. The goal is to draw.
Just get points.
The goal, no, bro, you're
Just
missing
to
the point.
draw.
The
Doesn't
goal
matter.
is to draw. That's the point. That's
Oh,
the
I don't
point, man.
know.
It would be their fourth draw. Do you remember there was that one season in it wasn't NAL, it was North American Pro League with ESL, that SSG before they picked up Canadian, they had like in one season they had like 7 draws or something, or like something crazy. They had like 7 or 8 draws. So imagine, bro, this is even worse than that because we still have how many games do they still have to play besides today? Yeah, Arrow. Bro, besides today, they have 4 or 5 games to play here. We're not sure because production is not really on point with that kind of stuff. They're not ready for my questions. A little bit too much for them.
No one's ready for your questions.
I'm a little bit too much, man. So 4 to 5 games is the answer, not including the game today. So man, that's potential for them to have like 10 more draws. Sorry, like wait, what? 10 draws in general. That's a lot of draws. No, how is that 9? You said 5. You said possibly 5. So they have 4 more
Oh,
games
God.
where it's not 4 or 5. I'm talking to a ghost right now. Viewers don't know
Yeah.
who I'm talking to. I'm talking to myself, guys. Just ignore it. I'm just I'm talking to myself, just like Gollum, man. I, it's
God.
it's two me's, bro. I'm doing production as well. If no one knew, I'm observing,
Fuck.
and I'm calculating how many games they have left as well at the same time, doing
I
all of that
know.
stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Regardless, let's get into this clubhouse. They're going Cash. They, being Aero, starting on the defense once again.
Yeah, Aero is starting on defense again, just like they did on Cafe here. And what I'm looking, what I'm looking forward to, I want to see how different it's gonna be for them. Because honestly, from what I saw in Cafe, I feel like Carlstad should be even stronger on this map than the previous map. Just because Carlstad seems a little bit more
10 seconds
consistent
left.
with the way they're winning rounds, in terms of what
5 seconds left.
the end reason for them winning the round is. It looks like Carlstad is
Attackers
more
objective is to
consistently
locate
winning
a bomb
rounds
and defuse
because they played well as a team and fundamentally just play the game right. And on the other hand, it looks like Aero is the complete opposite. When they win rounds, it just looks like they're popping off, really getting kills left and right, either with gun skill or with utility. And you know that's not something that's very consistent. And I would like to see Aero here bringing a little bit of a more consistent playstyle to a map that really requires you to play a more consistent playstyle in order to win.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, I saw a little bit of consistency on Cafe in terms of strat, and you know, for here on Clubhouse, it's not going to work out very well. You need to really try and change your strat around a lot, as you know, the attackers and defenders alike are going to figure out what you're doing each round, and that's not really going to work out well once they figure out what you are doing.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to do the expected. You always want to keep the enemy team on their toes. Doesn't necessarily mean change your strat around entirely. Like I said before in Cafe, you can change the way you're playing the strat. So
Yeah.
maybe you have the same kind of idea and you're gonna be pushing the same areas of the map, the same key points. So let's say you're always taking garage when you're attacking CCTV, just for example, right? Let's say that's what you want to go for. That's what you're best at. That doesn't mean that one of these rounds, when you're going for garage, you can't send, for example, someone here on a walk up cache stairs and maybe surprise the enemy team by, you know, doing a little bit of a lurk, trying to get a pick from the back, trying to sneak up onto the site and maybe get a flank, you know, although he's attacking. As I said, that someone is going to get a kill here, the opening on the Cafu here on the lounge area. So he's already taking Atom control, and it looks like he's going to catch a rotating player there in lounge. So he's doing exactly what I wanted him to do. As Askell is going to go down, so he's going to actually get a double though, a great double, but a trade from Divine onto Slows, and the attackers are going to establish
Bomb located
cattle
by
control
attackers.
with all of that chaos. So 50 seconds here on the clock, and still knows that he has catwalk control, so he's going to be watching for the rotate, so they don't retake catwalk back, and the attackers are going to be looking towards taking this catwalk control. He's going to spray a lot, and he's going to hit a headshot there. Great shot from Install, great game sense, great awareness, great pre-fire, and someone with a diffuser, it's Sledge in this case, it's Install in this case, needs to really get closer here and see where you want to put the plan, where he wants to put the plan down. Someone is going to keep holding the lounge here, so he's going to deny some C4. He's going to push up the stairs though, and the defender doesn't have any idea at all. Tenjin was looking for him. The C4 is going to go out. It will connect, but a bit too late there. It doesn't look like they're aware that the player is on top of the cache stairs here though. Sounds definitely going to be there. He's going to spray. They're going to be aware now. There's a player on the breach. He's going to be quiet. He is prone on the floor though, and he will connect with the shots. He will down the player. Tenjin is going to be able to finish him out with a headshot pistol there, with a pistol headshot there, and he will find himself in a 1v1 here with a cache player. So it's all up to Tenjin to make a really aggressive play. He's running out of time. He's going to start defusing this, and the Zofia stun is going to go out. He really doesn't have any chances there someone's gonna be able to pick up that kill on the flash player, on the stun player. Really, a really easy kill to pick up there, and a great round from someone in general, getting the first early pick, doing the a little bit of C4 control below, making sure that they're not surprised by any early C4s while plant is going down, and while all of that is happening, also pushing up the cache stairs, getting another defender from the flank there. So just all in all, great lurk, great entry from him, and I'm expecting to see more of that. And if he's able to pull off these kind of plays, really not to be up in their faces, but really take these gunfights when they're not expecting, he's gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you saw a really good checklist for Carlstad that round. Slows did
Attackers
his
need to locate and defuse
did his
bombs.
job and tried to get as many attackers as possible. He got 2. It didn't really end well, however, as we saw. Carlstad still took the round. Tension could have clutched that round out if he bopped that nitro just a second earlier. He had the nitro on the ground. Plant was still going down, but split second too late on the nitro, unfortunately. And that's
Yeah,
what
he,
really...
he rotated there a little bit too late, but I feel like if he rotates earlier, he's potentially gonna get caught up by someone who was actually holding all of that area. So I'm not too sure. It's really up to timing there. And it's interesting now that you say that. What would have happened if they actually met each other earlier in the
Right.
round than later, right? Because then it would be up to that gunfight in lounge, and it's possible that it's always possible that Tension there is winning that gunfight and then C4ing right after. So anything could have happened, but I mean, we should really stop bothering with the what ifs.
Yeah.
The fact is that Carlstad won that round. They played it better, and it's up to Aero right now to adapt and try to do more of what Carlstad did there. And about slows, getting that double kill, I feel like when your Catwalk player is getting a double kill, that's way more than you should be asking of him, just because the
Right.
position is so hard. You're only giving him one ADS to work with here, and he really felt the pressure. You're feeling that pressure, from all around you, from the breach, from the bottom garage, from the garage door. You're feeling that those nades coming in soon, those flashes coming in. So when you're getting a double there, that means you did so much for your team. You really did more than you should have done. And if your team is not able to capitalize on that, well, too bad, because he gave them a great opportunity. He equalized the round for them, and they didn't really make it work at that point.
Yeah, that's exactly why I was surprised that, Carlstad, even after that double kill, really took the round into their hands and won it out. So, we'll see how they being Aero, we'll see if they decide to play it any differently, but it doesn't look like it is going to be any different. Minute 30 left, and they're just trying to gain as much intel as possible. They do see the Malusi up on top of those rafter stairs. I call it rafters. I know I'm from a different country, so I'm very sorry.
It's okay, man. Rafters, catwalk, it's all the same. We all know what it means. I'm sure everyone plays ranked and everyone heard all of these callouts. But again, Aero here is playing really passive in the beginning of the round, and as I say that, 1 kill for them and 1 kill for the enemy team here. Carlstad is gonna get another one. So 4v4 here. Carlstad didn't establish catwalk control yet, but they still have the nades in play here. They actually have 3 nades here in their pockets. So it's definitely possible for them to establish catwalk control, and that's what they're going for. It's just up to how they're executing this right now, because it really looks way better this time around for Aero than it did last time.
A bomb has been located.
Yep, 30 seconds left. It's a 4v4 situation, so it's really going to come down to this execute. A lot of action's going to go down. Thermite's going to get this wall open here. Smoke canisters are going out, but don't go out in the correct place. Another one goes out. Is that in the correct place? It doesn't seem as if it is. Default plant going out for blue. A nade goes out for install. 4v3. 15 seconds left. A Jaeger run out towards that AC window.
Oh no, but blue, he's gonna change the position that he's standing in, and they're gonna get a double now. It's all falling apart for the attackers, as well as right now in a 1v2 scenario. Plant is going down though, and Zofia doesn't have enough time. She won't be able to put a plant down, and she knew it. She heard the Jaeger sprinting towards her, and he was just about to kill her and finish it off. So she was hoping maybe for a lucky shot there, and it just didn't connect. He was shooting at the wrong thing, and you can't really blame him on that. It's just that overall, they just pushed. They did too little, too late. They pushed in too late. The utility and the gunfights really from Aero there were critical and really denied that push. And I think the key mistake that Carlstad did that changed the entire round completely on its head is, I don't know why, but Blue just completely changed the position that he was planting in. I don't know if it's because he heard the Jaeger running out of the window, and I hope that's not the reason, because if it is, he really should not have done that. He should have just stuck to that bomb, because Jaeger cannot get an angle on him there unless he goes in the window and gets really wide there.
Attackers need to locate and
Or,
defuse
I mean,
bombs.
even if he thought there is an angle there, the Jaeger needs to be exposed in the middle of nowhere with your attackers helping you out, having walls on him at the same time. So you it's just a situation where you have to trust your teammates. You don't swap position at that point. Or maybe a smoke canister hit him, but I don't think that was the case, because I didn't notice that he was losing any HP. So I'm not too sure what made Blue move out of that position and go and plant close to the breach, because when he did that, it allowed Venoms with the SMG-11 to really clean him up and give Aero the big chance, the big opportunity that they needed to close the round out, and that's what they did.
Yeah, I really think what happened was possibly a lack of communication there. That's the only thing I could think of that really could play a part into that bomb not really going down. Is, you know, he went in, he didn't really know what was going on. A lot of chaos ensued, as I touched on. So, you know, maybe just all the chaos, not everyone was ready for the communication or the execute, and so he kind of just got frazzled a little bit, pulled off bomb, and that's really what gave Aero the round. And we kind of saw it flip there that round, as, you know, the first round it was Aero not really getting that first pick, or, you know, that little late execution there, the nitro not going off. And then that round we just saw, you know, a mistake from Carlstad, so, you know.
Yeah. The thing is, though, that if you notice, someone is still... He still never died. He's 5-0 currently, and I'm sure it's gonna give him a lot of confidence in these upcoming gunfights. I know only 2 rounds have been played, but he's already on 5 kills. That's a lot, and I'm sure it's definitely gonna affect his mental taking these upcoming gunfights, and that's what you want from your Zofia, to be confident like that, to try and not die as often as possible, to try and avoid these risky gunfights. And it looks like that's exactly the place that someone is going for, as the install is gonna establish this vertical pressure here towards the main stairs. Nothing too crazy, pretty standard here, but definitely really important and helpful vertical holds that are standard for a reason. There's a reason why every single team is making these.
Yep, just to hold the defenders from rotating on that bottom floor site, Church and Arsenal, that Aero is deciding to hold this round, as it is 1-1. We're just seeing the vertical control from the attackers, and it does bode well as Askel gets the first pick onto a rotating Royal of Jaeger. He's done and dusted for the round with 50 seconds left. They have to think about execute here soon, and still just trying to open more vertical angles to catch more defenders rotating off of their specific angles that they're looking at. So far, they've only gotten one.
That's gonna be a close one. You already see that from the attack that they're going for. The kitchen hatch is gonna get opened up, and to me it says that they're probably gonna go for this drop here. But the smoke is still in tunnel, and Maestro Tension, he's still holding the armory area here. So that's 2 potential players who are able to deny the kitchen hatch here. And I hope that there is a church push here coming in at the same time, or at least a blue push, because they need to split up here in some way in order to make sure that the defenders are not holding one singular angle. As the drop is gonna go out, someone is gonna go down though. Blue is gonna put the plan down, and looks like the cover is gonna be come to fruition here from the main stairs. He's gonna get the first kill here for his team. The C4 though from Slows is gonna get a double. Is gonna put his team in a 2v2 situation. But this is one of the hardest retakes, if not the hardest retake in this entire map. Retaking the diffuser when there's vertical control from kitchen is near impossible here, as these attackers, they just have every single advantage that you could want as an attacker who's holding a diffuser. Venom needs to get a kill here on the flank, and he gets one, and he doesn't know about the other attacker and Freezer. He will lit him up. Askel is gonna miss his shots, but it really wouldn't matter that much. I mean, he knows that he doesn't have time now. He's just looking for that gunfight. Venoms is not gonna find that gunfight. He has no time anymore at this point. Askel won the round practically, and both of them are just gonna look for kills. the smoke is gonna shoot his shotgun with frustration at the air, knowing that, I mean, it's impossible for him to win it out. What else can he do?
Not much. We saw a lot on Cafe Carlstad really going for those late executes and pulling through with them. Sometimes they did lose out the round in terms of some mistakes. We saw it on this clubhouse with that cash attack when Blue tried to get the plant down. It was just a miscommunication. We didn't really see it that round, other than the late execute, but we didn't see any mistakes come out from Carlstad. Good, beautiful execute. I
Attackers
thought
need to locate
at the
and
end
defuse
there
as many
when
bombs as they
I
can.
believe it was the mute of Kafu running from that church into the hallway. He spotted Thermite on the plant. I really thought that he was gonna get that kill, but good coverage from the Iana of Askel to get that kill.
Yeah, it really looked like Askel did a great job there from the main stairs, really covering the cross, and that's what you need to have from your teammates when you're putting the plan down. That's the kind of trust that I wanted from Blue in that second round when he kind of let go of the diffuser.
10
He
seconds
really
left.
stuck the diffuser there. He didn't really
5
he
seconds
didn't
to
really
go.
think too much about, oh, maybe they're gonna run through, maybe they're gonna see for me or anything else. He
Attackers
just
are moving out to
just kept
locate a
pressing,
bomb and
holding on
defuse
to
it.
F there and putting that diffuser down. And Askel did his job. The vertical player also did his job there. We didn't get to see that one, but he also did some damage there, and I think he maybe possibly got a kill there. So great cover from his teammates. That's what we're expecting here. That's what we want to see. And we're gonna move back to the same side here from Aero, and they will need to try and find their footing here, as right now it doesn't look like they know exactly how to address the issues that they're dealing with.
Yeah, really, so far, Carlstad lost that round to Aero based on their own mistake. So I really want to see if Aero can win out a round due to, their strategy.
Them playing
and-
good.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely see what you're saying. I definitely hear you. As I said before, if not for Blue moving around with the fuser that round, I don't think Aero wins that one. That was
I
a
agree.
Carlstad round. So it's definitely curious to see if Aero is gonna be able to, show us that they're capable of winning rounds here when Carlstad is still playing at their at where they what they're capable of at the level that we're expecting from them.
Yeah.
And Carlstad is really reminding me here of a really kind of a Vitality-esque playstyle, a really old Vitality-esque, really late executes and really slow drone work, really methodical here, but really good executions at the last 10 seconds. And that's something that you have to commend. I mean, that's a hard playstyle to go for. And I'm sure they didn't try to go for that. I'm sure that's one of those things that, just happens naturally with the right mix of players and the right staff possibly. And just, it just so happens that that's the playstyle that they ended up having. And it works really well for them as of now, and let's see if they're gonna be able to keep it up and really execute really well towards the end of the round in the same way.
Yeah, I think Clubhouse really plays into their play style as well. It is a slower execution kind of map, especially for this bottom floor. You kind of just want to open up all these hatches and drone and get as much intel as possible before your execution. And I think that's what Carlstad does really well in terms of knowing where everyone's going to be playing and getting a bomb plant off accordingly. 30 seconds left, and we're probably going to expect the execution with the 15-second mark. Smoke canisters going out towards that dirt area. I'm not sure what call was made. First pick goes out. A refrag though.
Attackers
Another
drop
one.
Bomb diffuser.
The bomb
15 seconds.
diffuser goes down. 3v3 situation. 10 seconds left. Oh no! It's up to someone to get these last couple
5
kills.
seconds left.
He gets one. He has to go for the
Attackers
plant.
recovered the diffuser.
He's going to.
But he has
Where's
no
the location?
time.
The attackers
Oh, and someone or
no.
Venom just in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he's gonna clean up these 2 kills. He's gonna get the down player, and he's gonna get the kill on the Zofia there, who had no choice besides sticking that plant, or he loses that either way, since the timer was already on 0. So really unfortunate there for Carlstad, really losing out the trades, really losing out the gunfights. But I mean, that's that's the risk that you're running with having this kind of playstyle, right? Every single time when you're executing, you're running that risk of just kind of losing the trades, losing the gunfights, and the thing because you're really asking for chaos when you're always executing this late without a lot done earlier in the round,
Defenders, protect
right?
your bombs from being
Yeah.
And that's what it did on
attackers.
Cafe as well. And yes, it plays into their playstyle, but there's always that risk that the defenders, they're gonna somehow win their gunfights, and when they do, it just feels like it crumbles like domino sometimes.
Yep, and we saw it that round, you know, Aero, we were speaking on it, and I think that was the round we were looking for. They definitely won out that round just because of their pure gun skill and just being ready for that late execute that time around.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll see how Carlstad reacts here. We'll see what they're gonna do here for the top floor attack. They were able to win out last time, first time they attacked it, and they actually lost it the second time they attacked it, from what I can remember. So we'll see if they're gonna change what they're gonna do here, or if they're just gonna stick with the same plan. Personally, I don't think there's much to change. I think they're doing what they're doing great. It's just that, you know, some of these individual mistakes, if it's from the planter or the communication, that are really costing them rounds at this point. So they just need to do more of the same, but just do it better.
Yeah, exactly. As the last time Carlstad attacked up here, it was that mistake of blue planter, the plant not going down as needed. So we'll see if that strategy changes at all this time around. And still was trying to get the first pick for his team. Someone was in that lurking in that master area, just whiffed the shots a little bit. The exothermic charge goes out, and he gets the bottom of that catwalk area. A good place to start, as you can catch the defenders rotating.
Yeah, great Maverick holes there, but Tangent, he's gonna be able to get the headshot there with a quick fire rate weapon there. The headshot onto the upside down Maverick, as I don't think Maverick even finished up the wall.
Nope, that wall is not open.
Yeah, and they want to keep these thermite charges for the bottom garage and the top of the... Oh, it is open, it is open. Alright, so not that bad, but still, Divine being dead here, that's 2 nades that you lost. You still have 4 more to work with from what I can see here from Askel and Instill. Unless Askel used some of his nades, but I don't think so. So they definitely have a good opportunity to take catwalk control here. As Tension here is going to get another kill for his team. As Nate is going to go out, he's going to connect. Instill is going to be able to clear out catwalk here. But Tension, he's very aggressive here. He got the kill on the breach that we didn't notice before. It was actually off screen. And that's such an important frag. And he's going to keep on peeking here towards the garage control here. So he's really aggressive right now. Tension, he's looking for blood. And Instill, it looks like he's going to give it to him, as he's opening the top garage with soft wall with a sledgehammer. Nade is gonna go out. I don't know if that one's gonna connect. And still another nade, a double kill from Instill here. A 3v3 situation, and the smoke canister is gonna go out. 40 seconds on the clock. Blue's gonna start planning. Half of the time for the diffuser to be down, and it looks like the diffuser is gonna be down here. So the attackers are gonna play like defense, exactly like you said, and it's gonna be a 3v1 situation here for Royal. The new player for the team really needs to show his worth in this situation here. It's a really tough ask, and something that I'm really not asking him to be able to do. I mean, there's 1 player on the diffuser, 1 player on the catwalk, and 1 player on the breach, and he's gonna look for these gunfights really passively, as he knows if he peeks too wide, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Instill is gonna catch him from the window with the SMG-11 on that wide peak with the, I mean, just great shots, great recoil control there, but more than anything, great nade play there. 1 nade onto the catwalk that didn't really surprise me that much. That's an easy nade to land. But man, that second nade, that was beautiful.
Yeah, through that opened soft wall into the cache area to get that second nade off and kill someone with it. That's pretty good. That's pretty amazing. And the execute goes off perfectly straight afterwards. You know, nothing much more to say there. That was just a good round from Carlstad to take that cash hold from Aero, and Aero's going to decide to go back there, see if they can win out this time around.
It looks like Aero doesn't want to touch him at all. I don't think they went there even once, and they just went basement and CCTV just back and forth here, as it looks like I mean they cannot go back to basement because they won it. So they're not gonna go to gym. That means they only have one viable site left here. It's CCTV, and hopefully for them they're gonna change up what they're doing here a little bit, because even when Tension got really aggressive, got the opening kill there, and even got another kill on the breach, which that's a huge frag, man. Getting the Zofia on the rappel, that's insane. That's just insane. That's so huge, and not being able to capitalize on that double kill right there, to me it says that they're fundamentally playing the strat wrong in terms of how most of the players are playing it, so that they really need to make some changes there.
Yeah, potentially maybe another ADS on that top catwalk to catch the nade. Oh my god, that was a scary mute jammer placement. Hafu already
What's interesting to
on.
me, he decided to stuck it. Like,
Yeah.
even if he knew it's gonna survive, because let's be honest, the indicator was white, but the mute jammer is gonna get destroyed anyway, man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he has 50 HP for the rest of the round. That doesn't
Maybe he thought
help.
he's gonna tank it, and then the mute jammer is gonna be placed. I guess that's what he thought. That would be the only reason to stick it.
I mean, in my opinion, I'm running away. You can have that for free.
Yeah,
take my
definitely,
HP.
man. Yeah, definitely. Half of the HP is definitely not worth that. And for all you know, it could be even a bit more than that, because it just guarantees that you're not gonna die. It doesn't guarantee that you're not gonna get 90 of your HP taken away from you, and you lost your mute jammer as well. So Slow is gonna actually pre-fire here on the door. A great pre-fire, but just unfortunate for him, he won't be able to connect with anything there, as it looks like the player ran away. And he's gonna hold this catwalk here pretty aggressively, but I'm sure that it's not gonna. He's not gonna hold on to this for too long, as nades are soon gonna come and play here, as these flashes are gonna burn this ADS. And actually, they don't even need flashes, honestly. They just have enough nades to just burn it with nades, you know?
Right. He's kind of stuck though, as Maverick's
Looks like
holding that rappel outside of box, so he's moving away.
Nade is gonna go out.
He
Ooh,
gets
he's
the
gonna
kill.
miss with the Slows. Yeah, Slows played it really good there. Went aggressive just at the right time.
Good refrag though from Askell to get Slows back on the back foot, as he was trying to rotate away from that wide peak on the top catwalk stairs. The attackers now have catwalk control, which doesn't bode well for the defenders. There's a nitro that goes out, however. 50 seconds left, and it's a 3v4 situation.
Attackers have recovered their
Good nitro from Cafu.
Yeah, great nitro, but a trade back there by someone. Someone's gonna trade back, and he's gonna take Venoms down. That's your smoke player, and those are your smoke canisters as well, as I'm guessing he didn't even use a single one, because I didn't hear or see any of those, as 3 defenders are left to hold this side. 30 seconds on the clock, and this is the round to win for Aero, unless they want to go with a disadvantage here to the attack. And as I say that, Mute is going to get the first kill, but Aston is going to put a plan down. Divine is going to be holding this breach on the rappel. He's going to get 3! Oh, he's going to get 2, sorry.
Yeah.
But really important frags there, as Yana is going to clean it up right after planting, and great cover there from the Maverick on the rappel. And then Yana just cleaning it up, getting that last kill on the round, making sure they're really securing this round. That, I mean, I'm not gonna say they had no business of winning that, but they definitely were in a little bit of a disadvantage there, just because it was a 2v3 for them. But doesn't matter, they made it work. I think the big reason why it worked is because of that great play, really aggressively on the rappel there on the breach.
Yeah, would definitely agree. Those last 2 executes for Carlstad on the attack on that cache bomb site came with 30 seconds. They are executing faster than all of the previous rounds, especially in Cafe. We saw them execute really, really slow on the bottom floor when Aero went there, but those last 2 rounds, 30 seconds ago, and they get the plant down. So, I mean, they're doing it quicker. They know exactly what they wanted to do. Now it's a side swap, and they're up 4-2. So we'll see if that momentum, they can take it into their defense, or if Aero can, take that away from them and gain the confidence they need to take a couple rounds.
Wait, so Soul, you're telling me that Carlstad has players that are able to learn and adapt to their enemy team?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has the potential to do that.
That's insane, man. That's insane.
I know, it's crazy.
That's
That
what
is
we
the
like
game
to
of
see,
Scooch.
though. We like to see players adapting. We like to see teams adapting, and I believe that's one of the big reasons here. One of why Carlstad is really leading right now. But as I say that, I mean Caster's curse in fruition, man. Askel is gonna be the first opening death here on the round. As I believe Royal, was it Royal
Yep,
that
it
they
was
got the
Royal.
opening kill? As Royal is gonna get the opening kill here, and he definitely needs to pick up for his team a little bit on these really flex frag operators, right?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think that was just kind of a heat check on defense for Askel. He just kind of peeked that window. Royal won the round, so I don't think we're going to see another peek from Carlstad on the defense anymore. But this is a cheeky angle from someone. He's just going to get rid of the X-Kyros all the way up top.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna ignore him. Besides the fact that I think there's a sledge there. I think it's Stengen on the hatch, but he doesn't have an angle onto someone there. As another defender is gonna go down. That's Instil this time. That's the Legion dying. As Slow is gonna really take the stun control really aggressively. Blue is stuck in this corner. He's holding this shotgun and he's waiting for this push. But I don't know if this is enough. Oh no, Slow is gonna hit a great headshot there on the stunned Blue. I mean, I don't know if Blue was stunned. I think it's actually bugged out. And he's gonna get another one. Slow with a triple kill. Great headshots from him left and right. And he's gonna take full control of Army for his team. And it's all up to Venom. He's really planting this bomb. Divine is gonna hold. Really is gonna peek really wide here. He's in a 1v5 situation. We're not expecting much, but we're expecting to see something here. And nothing is gonna happen. Flawless round here for Aero. And a great round overall. Slows today, man. He's on fire.
Yeah, especially on this clubhouse. Wow, he's going pretty freaking crazy here. So far on this clubhouse, he was doing pretty well on Cafe as well. He's really turning it over to this match right here to try and get this draw for Aero. Oh boy, that was just a great round in terms of attacking for Aero.
Slows is really coming to his own this match, and he looks like a little bit of a different player than what I've seen yesterday and the day before. And he always had this ability to really hit his shots, hit those headshots, really, you know, he was a good mechanical player every single time when I watched him, but he didn't really use it to the best of his abilities every single time. But it looks like this match, he feels more comfortable. He's taking the gunfights that he should be taking, and he's winning those out every single time. And he's just hitting beautiful headshots, man. There's really nothing more to say.
Yeah, honestly, and I think what we're seeing from Carlstad is a space station gaming hold. They're like reinforcing the top floor. They're castling off this first floor towards the bar area. They're opening the hatch. Yep, this is definitely a space station gaming strat.
5 seconds remaining.
If for those of you that don't know, this strategy is to waste as much time as possible. We saw it in the cafe when they went kitchen. They opened up that hatch towards the fireplace area and just wasted as much time as possible. That's kind of the same idea here, except
this is the original.
Yep,
this
basically.
Right here.
Yep.
This is when Mute and Mozzie just came into the meta. I think Mozzie was just released with that super shoddy that he used to have, and he was just so important in every composition. Teams just started bringing him consistently because he had that shoddy, and started combining him with Mute because they realized that, I mean, once you're bringing him with Mute, it's just so easy to deny a lot of drones, and once you do that, it's way easier to roam. And that's how the SSG roam just came into play here, and it was really pioneered by SSG on the Clubhouse, as they brought that Vigil for a little bit of extra, a little bit of extra drone denial, because he's also one of these operators that also kind of confuses you a little bit. And now everyone knows how this strat is played out. Everyone knows that Vigil is in the bar area, but when SSG just started doing this, no one knew actually where Vigil is actually playing. So we even wasted more time, Now you know Vigil is in bar. But back then, imagine like facing this for the first time, not knowing. You don't know where Vigil is because you just see this white noise thingy, and he could be in gym, he could be anywhere else top floor, or he can even be in the basement, So it's just another aspect, another layer to this of wasting more time. And as you see, someone here is gonna back off. They're really playing this the correct way. They're wasting time here. They're not taking any unnecessary gunfights, and it looks like someone is gonna back off to the bar area here. He's gonna get tagged a little bit, but C4 is gonna go out. I'm not sure what that was supposed to connect with. the answer is really nothing. Royal is gonna get the opening kill here for the round, and it looks like Maverick is gonna help him out here. Gonna get another one onto blue. His castle is gonna go down here as someone. He's gonna trade. He's gonna answer right back. Tension is gonna go down. That's your sledge player, and a great shot from Instill towards Tunnel here. A great headshot, but the player Venom's dropped from Kitchen Hatch, and he doesn't look like he's gonna plant just yet, but he's gonna hold that angle. Venom is gonna get that kill on the angle. A good decision from him. Rose is gonna cover from above, and a 3v1 situation right now as someone will need to clutch it out. But Plant is going down. He's gonna get shot from armor. He's gonna try to win this gunfight, but he won't be able to. His Maverick is gonna close it out for his team, and a great execute from Aero.
Yeah, I would agree. I think they were ready for that strategy. Just to touch on it a little bit, it was a good 3 to 4 months of teams not knowing how to execute on that sort of strategy.
Oh yeah, man.
It was terrible to go to Clubhouse. But regardless, Aero, we're prepared and ready, and an amazing execute, as you said.
It's possible that whoever is coaching Aero should maybe teach some UL teams how to do it.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Anyway, 4-4, Aero is able to bring the score back here, and they equalize. So toe to toe, just like Cafe. And now again, it's anyone's map.
Yeah, once again, the confidence has came back to Aero. They're more of a confidence booster team, and we're seeing it right here, right now. I think they're starting to figure out what checklists they need to do to get things done on this Clubhouse, and they're really figuring out, Carlstad Kings and the way they defend most of these sites so far. We're seeing an Ella being brought, which is an interesting choice. Also an Echo for more of that denial for the execute onto the bomb site. In terms of Ella, I think it's just more of like
that's interesting.
Yeah, I think
because it looks like they're gonna give up Catwalk. I think they're gonna give up Catwalk here, as you can see, the entire top carriage here is soft, and the angles are open, and they're reinforced cache instead. So I think what they're gonna do is, because they're expecting a garage take here, they're actually gonna give them garage, and they're gonna hold more aggressively here towards construction with that Ella, and try and deny the plant with the Echo. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this. I've seen variations of this, but never this exact way of doing it. You know, when the shotgun blast is gonna come from above and somehow it's not gonna connect. Excuse me? Oh, that was a clone. Okay.
They baited you.
that was a Gemini. All right, man. I was really shocked that didn't connect, but whatever.
It connected. But
yeah, yeah. I mean, the Gemini just has 1 HP there, and it doesn't take much to kill that one. As Royal here, that's his real version now. That's not a clone anymore. He's gonna be lurking around the lounge area here and around stock. He's gonna try and get a pick maybe through these vertical holds, as he knows that Smoke is probably holding those.
Yep, he's aware now that he should be looking up, and he is. They got the Aero got the breach open. They're just trying to look
at how hesitant they are, man. They're like, wait, what? Garage is clear.
Garage is free. I don't know why. Oh, nade from below, was it? Or was that the nade from the box? Oh, that was a nade breach. What a nade. But the blue of Echo is still going to be alive. The execute might be going down fairly early, but I don't know if they took care of those yokai drones just yet.
Yeah, that nade might really cost at the end of this round. It might really make a difference here that Echo is alive. Blue is still with the yokai drone up, and the gas canister is gonna go out, and Echo is gonna deny the plan. Ivana has to back up. There is no chance. Another canister is gonna down Ivana. It's gonna kill him, man. Diffuser is down on Catwalk, and it's a 5v4 for the defenders all of a sudden. They're doing a great job of using their utility correctly here, as the Echo drone is still up and running. For all I know, Tension is gonna get the diffuser, but this Echo drone, man, it's gonna deny everything. He's starting to plant, and he's gonna be patient with his blue. Is gonna wait up. He's gonna let him eat up some damage, and he's gonna deny. It's time to deny now, and he wants the gas canister is gonna finish up Sledge. What even happened there? Cafu is gonna push out from the breach. He's gonna get a headshot on the top of the cash stairs, and he's gonna start planting as well. Blue is gonna deny it again. There's no way this is happening right now. Blue is doing everything. They should have killed him with a nade, but they weren't able to. The C4 from below. Royal is trying to get the kill. He's trading back and forth, but it's just not enough. Plant is going down. The Echo is coming close, but it won't be able to deny. They are gonna be able to plant. It's a 1v2 situation for Slows here, and Blue is only on 1 HP, so it's definitely possible for him to do it for his team and really bring it back home here as he gets the first kill, and he won't be able to connect in the second. Echo is gonna win it out on 1 HP. Blue just did everything for his team that he should have done and more. What was that?
You insane player. The 1 HP warrior. The 1 HP warrior gets it done for Carlstad that round. What is that round? That strategy of having the yokai drone in the corner and just Z-pinging it for the smoke canisters to go out.
Someone write this down.
Take this down right now. Like, you couldn't shoot the yokai drone because you're too worried about dying from the canisters. And then even after smoke gets
you probably
rid of
don't
all
even
his
see them.
canisters,
That's the thing. You probably don't even see the echoes because of the canister.
Oh, that round was beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, everyone take notes. That was
Blue, that was insane, man. That was insane.
To locate and defuse bombs.
Super insane.
I don't know what else you can ask for him, man.
Nothing.
You can't ask for anything else, man. He did everything that round. He enabled all these kills with a smoke canister. He denied all of the plants that came in, almost. And then at the end of the round, he clutched it up. I mean, wow, man. Just wow.
Off of one yokai drone.
One yokai drone and it's gone. He didn't finish it up with a gunfight, but man, that was beautiful, man.
Insane. As we thought that nade was going to come into play, it really did at the end there, but I mean, even with low HP, Blue just did not care. He wins the round anyway.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
We're finally going to see Jim in bedroom for the first time on this
man, I'm sweating, man.
I know, that was crazy. That was a good round. Good strategy. Good. Like the adaptation we just saw from Carlstad was beautiful. Like, honestly, I have not seen anything like it. That was great.
All right. Well, enough getting excited about that round. We're moving on to the next, and a C4 early on. I mean, what happened there? I gotta wonder now. I need to find out. And the answer is, can you figure it out with me?
You know, we're observers trying to find it, but I don't believe it was anything crazy. You know, I'm not sure where he died from. The magical C4 of the round. Oh, right there.
C4,
there it is.
Man. All right. Oh, no. That's Jaeger, that, man. That's not that C4. But that C4 was this early in the round. I don't even know. He's swamping with a C4, man. Whatever. Anyway, they're gonna trade back, and someone is gonna go down as well, as he's the top fragger for your team right now, and you are defending Jim. So you want to try to make the best of the situation right now, and really bring your team to match point from Carlstad's side. And for Aero, this is the round for them to win. This is the weakest side right now for Carlstad on paper, and they're gonna be looking towards winning this one out. Askel with a double kill there. He's gonna get the Ibana that tried to jump in and just wasn't successful, really. Didn't even land there on our feet. Wasn't able to. He just got that headshot too quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough for Aero to try and push through this CCTV area. Best bet would be to grab that bomb and rotate around towards your other teammates that are towards this jacuzzi wall. But the defenders are ready for that too. A minute left. It's a 3v4 situation. Royal finally gets in towards this cache area. Has the bomb. Askel is knows the location, however.
Ooh.
Install on low HP, but the nitro goes out. 4v1 situation. Royal, the last player left on full HP. He was towards that side of the map. He is still there. He's just waiting to see if Askel's gonna give him a free kill. I don't think he is. 30 seconds left. It looks like it's gonna be a Carlstad match point.
And I'm not gonna lie, I have to agree with you on this one. Royal doesn't look to be in the best position here, and he's gonna get instant headshotted across the door there, and right next to the door as he was trying to maybe peek towards the Goyo, but just wasn't able to do anything. I don't even think he shot a bullet at the end of that round. So a great round from Karlstad. 2 C4s connecting that round, by the way. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're able to dominate so much. They had one round that they had 2 nades connect as well, and previously I think they had another round where they connected a nade. So I think they're just doing an overall really good job with their nades, with their C4s, with their explosive utility in general, and it definitely makes a difference here. But also they're definitely able to connect their shots when they're taking these gunfights. Overall, it just looks like they're the better team, both in terms of strategy and both
Defenders,
in
protect
and
your
both in
bombs
terms
from
of
being defused by
when they're
attackers.
taking their gunfights. They just look like the better all around well-rounded team, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know what Aero needs to do right now in order to win this one. It's not that it's not that big of a difference, 6-4. They're definitely capable of coming back with 2 more rounds and bringing it back to overtime here, but it's definitely a tough thing to ask of them, especially as they lost the previous map, and Mental already has to be suffering at least a little bit. As much as I
10
believe in the
seconds
players
left
to be
before
able to do
insertion.
that, I don't know if they will.
5 seconds to insertion.
Well, Carlstad is going to go back to the bottom floor. No space
Attackers are
station
moving
gaming
out to
strat
locate a
this
bomb
time
and
around,
defuse it.
as Aero just dissected it like it was science class. So we'll see how the strategy changes for Carlstad this time around. We see a Valkyrie and a Maestro. So just more intelligence, more denial for the execute of Aero. Someone already taking some damage from Tenjin through this, chain link fence.
Yeah, through the fence there, that's such a common repel spot, and it's so strong and so hard to challenge. And you generally don't want to challenge that unless you're, really confident, and I would say even too confident, because why would you even need to challenge that one repel? You're gonna lose it 1 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times. I mean, and you're gonna win it on 1 out of 10. So really not something that I would advise to peek. And it looks like someone, as soon as he realized that there's a player repelling there, he backed off. He's struggling a little bit in the recent rounds to get kills. I believe that he's on 11 kills for quite a few rounds now. So he's gonna try to make his impact on this very last round and try and get this MVP for the game. And most importantly, secure the 3 points.
Yep, and they're about a minute and 40 from securing the full points needed
Attackers
to
recovered the bomb
try
diffuser.
and move up into the standings and try and combat Noetic that is
Ooh.
first place. Divine gets the first kill, almost gets the second, but Slow says no. They have dirt control now. 4v4 situation. They know the location of someone who's ready for the dirt push.
Oh, what a great
Slow
shot.
gets a beautiful shot. Double kill for him. Minute left. Blue on low HP. Venom takes him down to that. But Slows is just here, ready for the execute to go down.
Attackers bomb
They should
diffuser
be
has
getting
been
the
dropped.
kitchen hatch here soon.
Attackers
They
have
still know
recovered
the
their diffuser.
location of Slows, but I think he's ready for this gunfight. Most likely. Lifeline's going to come out. The stun goes through. He knows the exact location now of Askel, of the Jaeger. He
Oh,
is not
no.
in good position. What a frag from Cafu. Blue on low HP. Instill. I'm not sure where he's located. Is he going to deny this plant at all? He's not. He knows that the plant is going down. He is in this church area. 30 seconds left. Venom.
Attackers are
Done with the
activating
plant.
diffuser.
It's a retake situation. It doesn't look good for Instill right now. 6-5. Aero.
Ooh.
What a beautiful, beautiful attack. I think they know how to attack this bottom floor for sure.
Yeah, I think Slows knows how to attack this bottom floor. As he says no
Yeah.
every single time, just pushing up tunnel and getting tripled consistently. He's
Yes,
really
I would.
comfortable with these angles on tunnel.
He most definitely is, and we're going back to cash, and we're seeing that strategy brought out from Carlstad. That one crazy round, we're gonna see it again. Is Aero gonna
Surely it
see the
wouldn't work
yokai?
again.
Is it
Surely
gonna
it's not
work?
gonna work.
I don't know. Well, we're
I
gonna see
think
though.
I think if they know about the yokai's spot, I don't know if they know about the exact spot, but if they have a good guess, and they should have a good guess,
Defenders protect the
they
bomb.
should be able to get it from proning on the catwalk window and looking at the ceiling. 100%.
That is if Blue puts his yokai in the same drone spot. If he does, then yes. If
That's
he
a good
doesn't,
point, but where else would you put it so it's not exposed to all the common angles?
I mean, on the other side, towards that air conditioning window, like right above
Right.
those TVs, could work.
That could work,
You
but I
know,
guess they would see it from the breach, from the main breach.
Yep. Under the
The
desk
location of
could
the
work
bomb.
as well.
10 seconds to insertion.
Right there, what we're looking at under that desk could work.
Possibly. I mean, we can speculate for as long as we want,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
we're gonna see
We're
it
gonna
really
see
soon.
it,
And
yeah.
yeah, I'm excited for this one, man. I want to see Blue really shine in this one with his yokai drones, and he's definitely gonna put it in the opposite side this time around. He suspects they probably know what direction the shockwaves came through, so he's gonna invest the yokai drone this time around. Oh, okay, so he's investing two here. There's
two
one on
on
the
each
opposite
side.
side, and
Mhm.
okay. So I think he's right with this gamble here, as it looks like no push is gonna come through bedroom here, as someone is holding this and no one is contesting him. You know, he's gonna be holding this alone with the shotgun, the SMG-11, a great kit to hold these angles in general, and not something that you wanna contest. You know, you don't want to contest him. You there with the SMG-11 and the shotgun. Although he's playing alone and no reinforcements, it's still a little bit rough. So it looks like Aero is gonna go for the way that seems a little bit easier for them, and it's just gonna go for that classic garage take with the main breach being open.
Yeah, I think the objective of those yokai drones is if they do spot that default one from last round, the other one is just hiding in plain sight for late execute, and it's just kind of a just in case as we see Maverick is doing his job, getting the wall open, and Sophia doesn't really need to use her lifeline, but does anyway to make it a sprint in hole instead of a vault. Good stuff. Minute 30 left, and they're just trying to gain as much intel as possible. They do spot one, but they don't spot the other, I don't believe so. He moves his yokai drone.
I don't
though.
think they can see it, man.
No, I don't
Oh,
think
they heard it
can.
though. They heard it though.
They
There
heard
we
it.
go. There we go. Yeah, they're not gonna fall for this one again. They're looking for these yokai drones actively, and they're even gonna use a nade to get rid of those. And I think they actually did. I'm not sure if that's connected, but I think it did.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
As they're gonna try to get rid of all the yokai drones right before they execute here, and that's great, great adaptation from them, taking that garage control really fast, as they know there's no one contesting them there, and then executing as soon as possible after getting the yokai drone. The flashes are gonna go in from Ella though, as
They
she's
only got
actively
one.
flashing.
Drop the diffuser.
Oh no, they only got one yokai
Oh,
drone, and the
yes,
other one is still
yes.
able to deny. Sledge is gonna be down on the floor here,
Oh,
and this
my.
yokai drone, man, it's in the same exact spot now.
But they think they already took care of it.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. The
That's gonna be a
30
problematic one
30,
for them soon.
30 seconds left as well. Oh, this is not gonna go well for Aero. It's gonna happen once again.
Oh no, Kafu is already putting the plan down. Looks like Ella is gonna throw her
they get
secondary
rid of
gadget here, or Grismot, and they lost the
I
yokai
believe they
drone.
lost it. I believe
The
they lost
plant
the
is
yokai.
going down, or no, it's not, but
It's
it's
not.
still a 4v5 situation right now. 10 seconds here on the clock. Gunfights back and forth here, and as I said, back and forth, I mean,
5 seconds to go.
the scoreboard just lights up blue. That's what I mean, as Divine is gonna be the only player to die here, but Plant is gonna go down, and it will be denied by Jaeger there, by Instill, from, I'm not even sure where that was from, but
He just pushed
oh,
wide.
he just went wide, and he denied the Plant in the face of the Zofia. I mean, great round from Carlstad yet again on CCTV, and it looked like Aero just didn't have a solid answer for that one. Although I'm gonna commend them for really trying their best to get rid of those yokai drones, it just looks like Blue is better with these echo drones.
Yeah, most definitely. I have to say that Aero is just a little bit away from being and competing with the top teams. They're really giving it their all in terms of trying to win as much as possible. They don't get the draw, however, Carlstad takes away the full points here on this match. Can't say enough good stuff from Carlstad.
Yeah,
They're
a lot of these rounds are 1v1s as well, so they're really, really close. It's even closer than the 7-5 scoreline will lead you to believe, and that's already a close scoreline. So they are seventh place, and maybe they're even gonna be lower than that. But look, they're competing with the top two teams.
right, yeah.
They're competing really well today with the second place team, and they're competed really well yesterday with Noetic on Oregon. So even took them to overtime. So I'm expecting great things from them. They did play with the sub today. And who knows what would have happened if they played with the full roster. And it looks like we're going to have an interview coming in soon here. We're going to have, I'm not sure who, but honestly, I'm going to be happy to interview any of the players on Carlstad side as I definitely have some questions to ask them.
Yeah. I'm crossing my fingers, it's blue. I'm gonna be like, "You're
Oh,
insane
man.
with those yokai drones."
Please give me blue, man.
Regardless, whoever we get, we will have some questions for them, and let's hope they get in here soon because I
Oh, I'll
know
wait
there's
all day
not
for blue. If it's blue, I'm waiting all
yeah,
day, man.
there's just not much to talk about, like,
I'm just gonna sit in here and wait, man. I'm excited for this one.
oh
I need to
gosh,
ask these questions, man.
I mean, I'm sure everyone's excited for Liero's factual takes and asking all the questions.
No, the takes are not gonna be mine now. It's gonna be Blues, man. He's gonna tell me the secrets. I'm gonna write it all down, and I'm gonna be the best echo in ranked.
Yeah, there we go.
And I mean, as we wait here, there are definitely things here that we can talk about. Oh, Blue is here. We don't need to wait for long.
Oh,
Welcome,
blue.
welcome, welcome, Blue, and congrats for winning. I'm sure you're feeling great about that one. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It was well deserved win, I think.
Yeah, most
Um,
definitely.
I'm sure you feel fantastic, man, after what you pulled off on Clubhouse, man.
I only got like 4 kills the whole time, but like my kills matters, man. Impact frags, that's what we like.
Yeah,
Definitely,
exactly.
man. I mean, for me, you were really the MVP of that map. That round that you got was just so flashy, so explosive, and so in your face for Aero. I mean, nothing brings your mental down like a good echo that abuses you with those yokais, and that's exactly what you did.
That strat is like completely revolves around the Planta now, and we there's so many great spots to hide the echo drones inside CC, like on top of the monitors and stuff. So it's so easy to just well, as you say, abuse the other team when they try to go for plants.
So how where did you get that strat? Did you just it's your strat, guys? Because I've never seen it before. Not this exact
Um,
variation with the echo and the smoke, kind of denying like that. So how did you come up with it?
our coach actually came up with it. He proposed it to us, and we honestly thought he was completely fucking mad. We thought he was crazy, and then we tried it out in a scrim, and it worked. It worked like that. It worked really really well. It seems that like nobody seems to like know how to properly bait out the plant that amount of plant now.
Yeah, even I mean, it's not something that you're used to seeing an echo there hiding in those monitors there, and it's something that it's really hard to get rid of because you don't really have a good angle. You have to use your nades, you have to use a lot of drones to waste on that, and it's definitely a hard strat to deal with, especially when you're not used to playing against it. But I think more than that, they already saw it for one round and they tried to adapt. I don't know if you noticed, man. You probably did, but they tried to adapt. They tried to get rid of your yokais, but it just couldn't find all of them. You sneaked one up from behind there, and you were able to knight the plant anyway somehow.
Yeah, the drone actually got stuck behind the TV. I had to ask install to shoot the TV on the top of the shelf so my drone could get out of the shelf and deny the plant. But we still managed to
Oh,
do it somehow.
man, that's
Good stuff.
amazing. And then in the end, the 1v1, it was just an amazing clutch overall. Like great play from you. But enough about that. I'm sure you felt great after that one. How did you feel throughout the game? Because it was a really close one, 7-5 on both. on both maps, and on Cafe you even like came back from the back foot freely. You were 3 to 5 down and you came back with 4 rounds in a row. Was that just you being confident still on Cafe because it's defender sided and you knew that you still had a good chance, or is that something else?
It was more down to us figuring out how to like play against Aero more or less, because in the first couple defenses we were losing pretty hard, but then we figured out that as soon as we start taking care of the Flores drones, they really struggle to get rid of our utility, and we started to play aggro, and couldn't seem to deal with that either. So I think we just figured them out towards the end of Cafe, and Clubhouse was kind of Clubhouse is just kind of difficult because we don't practice Clubhouse all that often. So it's more of us just trying to figure, like, actually problem solve in game to win rounds and fix our strats on, especially in defense.
Sounds good. Sounds great. Sounds like you have a solid mindset in your team and between your players there. And one more last question that I have right before I'm gonna give all the space and time to Soul to ask whatever he wants to ask here. But I'm just really curious about this one. How do you feel about Aero here? Because yesterday, I'm sure you watched the game. They competed really well against Noetic. They had a really close map with them, bringing them to overtime. And today, they really, I'm sure they brought everything out of you guys as well to win it out. It was at the end of the day really close rounds that you won, and really close scoreline overall, 7-5, 7-5. So how do you feel about the fact, I mean, they're seventh, you need to kind of understand that, and they're competing with the top two teams here?
I think the results that we got were like way too close for comfort, in my own opinion. I had watched the previous two matches from Aero, and something that I kind of see that is um, more of a pattern with their team is that their team play is kind of weak, and it showed today. Like, especially because I think they have one or two subs maybe playing the game, but it's been evident throughout the other games, and we were trying our hardest, especially in the end of Cafe defense, to capitalize on that. And I think we managed to do it eventually.
Yeah.
Awesome. In terms of, you spoke on it, in terms of your adaptability during rounds, like, is that just predetermined, or do you guys just kind of wing it during the match and kind of figure out the teams going into it?
We we always try to take a step back between rounds and figure out what we can, especially when we lose, we try to figure out what we can do to adapt against the opponent every single round. And it we do look at the teams before we go into matches to try and figure out like how they're going to play, but then we do have to get into the game and start playing against them to really feel how we're going to adapt to them. So yeah.
Now, in terms of being in second, we all know that you're trying to, bode your way into that first place. Are you worried about anyone else other than Noetic?
Um, I'm not really worried about anybody else, to be honest. We've already played Noetic, and we had a close loss on Cafe, and they kind of stomped us on Consulate. So the Noetic is the team that we've got our eyes on, but at the minute, for our future matches, no, not really.
Right. Well, good stuff. Good luck to you and your team going forward. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man, and congrats. Good game.
Cheers.
And with that being said, Blue left us, and it was really interesting to really pick his brain there and asking him all of these questions. And I'm really grateful that we have this time with the players after they get to win. That's why I like the wins and not the draws, because we get to interview someone, and then
Yeah.
we get to really kind of get in their minds and understand what they're thinking, what the way of their what their train thought train of thought is when they're playing the game, and if they're adapting before the games and already making these strats, and then they're just pulling them out, or like you said, if they're just doing it throughout the game. And as it sounds like, it looks like it's a mix of both
Yeah.
for Carlstad. It's a little bit of both, as it should be. You should be, kind of doing a little bit of everything there if you want to succeed, and you want to be good at everything if you want to be at the top. So with all of that being said, it was a great game to cast. Thank you, Soul.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Trippin, for being here with me every single day, almost of the week, and not causing any technical issues or difficulties, as opposed to some other production members that
Hey,
are
somebody clip that.
and and yeah, that's it. Thank you to everyone, and thank you to Howling Media. Did I say that right? It's
Yeah.
Howling Media. Thank you, Howling Media, for helping us out, sponsoring us, and definitely give them a follow, uh, if you guys can. If you want to support Talent League, you're definitely gonna show your support doing that. And follow me, follow Soul. Hopefully the handles are somewhere over there. I don't know what Trippin does. Trippin, please put the handles there. I need my Twitter clout. And besides all of that, thank you very much to the viewers for watching and staying with us here. And we'll see you back next week with some more exciting games in Talent League. Anything else you want to say, Soul?
No, that's it. You covered
Then
it all.
that's it.
Thank you,
We're gonna
everyone.
wrap it up. Have a good night, everyone.